Grayson County Cougars hit the road to Morgantown for a rivalry matchup against Butler County. Tonight, Grayson looks to snap a two-game losing streak, coming in off the heels of a heartbreaking loss against McLean County last week. It's homecoming night for the Bears, while the Cougars try to play spoiler on a special night in Morgantown. And a good evening and welcome to Morgantown, Kentucky and Butler County High School for tonight's coverage of Grayson County Cougar football here on K105. Sam Gormley and the former Cougar quarterback Kaylor Decker with you tonight. Grayson County 1-2, Butler County 3-0. But when these two teams match up, Kaylor, it's rivalry football, and there's something special about rivalry football.
Yeah, it's played at a much higher intensity. The pressure's there. It feels faster, even though it really isn't, but teams are flying around. They have a lot to play for.
We saw it earlier this season when Grayson County played Edmondson County. There was just something different. Edmondson County might not be 21 points difference than Grayson, but they were on that night partially because Edmondson had that game circled on the schedule because it's Grayson County. And for Grayson, last season, Butler County got the best 22-18. So for the Cougars, they probably have this one circled as well, don't they?
Oh, they do.
Grayson County lost last week 22-14 in overtime to McLean County. It was their first overtime game since 2011. Cougars are 3-1 in their history the week after playing an overtime game. The only time that they've lost was in 2004, which was Ed Smart's first season. Cougars lost to the Bears last season after having it first down and goal inside the 10-yard line. Grayson County is currently in its longest stretch of consecutive road games since 1979. That year, they went 3-1 in the stretch. Butler County off to their first 3-0 start since 2012. Wins over defending runner-up in 1A Russellville, Edmondson County, and Breckenridge County. Last year, the Bears had their first winning season since 2016 and also their first playoff berth. In fact, last season they had more wins than the previous 4 seasons combined. Brandon Embry, the head coach, is a Butler County graduate, was promoted from their defensive coordinator. Butler County was picked in 5th place by the Cat's Paws in their district in the preseason poll. Coming up on our pregame show, we're going to introduce you to both the Cougars and the Bears. The Bears will come up next as this is Cougar football right here on K105.
Hi, I'm Janine Lucas with Wilson Muir Bank. Our focus is on building communities, and in many of our markets, agriculture is at heart of those communities. We are proud to partner with local farmers and value your role in Kentucky and globally. Our commitment runs deep because we understand your passion for farming. Many of us are farmers ourselves. Whether farming is your pastime or your livelihood, invite us to your operation or stop by our offices and let us know how Wilson Muir Bank can help you grow. Together we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 403246.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC.
Oh, that stupid controller froze again.
Spending less money,
I was wondering if you guys wanted me. OMG, it's McGruff!
Yes, I am.
He's not my Uncle McGruff, the crime dog. He's a fake!
Oh!
I am McGruff, the crime dog. He is the fake, and so is that controller you're holding. It's gonna break. Let's take a bite out of crime together.
Who says you're not the fake?
Dude, you're literally missing it out.
You are smart, kids. You're smart. Buy smart.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back here to Morgantown, Kentucky, where the Grayson County Cougars are getting ready to take on the Butler County Bears in a homecoming showdown. Garrett Phelps, the starting quarterback for Butler County this season, 7 of 15, 180 yards, 2 touchdowns, has thrown 3 interceptions. His backup, Kyle Chambers. Chambers started the Edmondson County game, so they've had 2 different players start games this season. But for Butler County, Kaylor, it's the rushing attack. Brody Hunt and Colton Dunnels are the main running backs. Both have 288 yards and 3 and have combined for 9 touchdowns. Hunt, 24 carries for 288 yards. Carol, that's just 12 yards a rush. Just a casual, right? I mean, just
not bad.
Not bad at all. Dunnels, he is averaging 43 carries for 288 yards. That's about 6 yards a carry, which when you look at 12 yards, you're like, oh, only 6. But 6 is still an elite number.
Extremely good.
And then especially when they throw another guy at you, 22 carries for 165 yards. That's Keegan Grubb. That's 7.5 yards a carry. That's how they're going to get their offense done, is that they're just going to pound the ball and they're going to say, stop me. Keegan Grubb is their leading receiver, 3 catches, 75 yards. Kyle Chambers, 3 catches, 55 yards. Beasley, Laughing, Dunnels, and Hunt have all also caught passes. Bears only have 10 receptions on the season, though, but when you're averaging as a team 8.4 yards a carry, why pass?
Don't have to.
Scoring offense, 38.3 points per game. That's 33rd in the entire state and 6th in Class 2A. Team has scored 34 points in each of their first 3 games, the first time since 2016, and it is also their most points scored through this point in the season since that point as well. The defense has been good as well for Butler County. Only 19 total points the first 3 games of the season. They are one of only 11 teams in the state to allow less than 20 points to this point. Pass defense, 70.3 yards a game. Rush defense, only 57 on the ground. In fact, they really shut down Breckenridge County to, I think, 4 yards last week on the ground. And Breckenridge County has a good running back in Michael Johnson. Logan Hargrove, Colton Dunnels lead the team in tackles and are tied for the lead in sacks with 3 apiece. They forced 7 turnovers on the season, including Brody Hunt, 4 interceptions in 3 games. He's one of only 5 players in the entire state of Kentucky, regardless of class, with at least 4 interceptions to this point. Only 1 player is more with 5. The Bears have held the Cougars to under 20 points in 3 of the last 4 meetings, and in all of those meetings, the Bears were victorious. Grayson County going to be without a player tonight. We'll tell you who that is coming up next, as this is Cougar football on K105.
Oh, stupid controller froze again.
Spending less money,
I was wondering if you guys wanted me. OMG, it's McGruff.
Yes, I am.
He's not my Uncle McGruff the crime dog. He's a fake.
I am McGruff the crime dog. He is the fake, and so is that controller you're holding. It's gonna break. Let's take a bite out of crime together.
Who says you're not the fake?
Dude, you're literally missing it out.
You are smart kids. You're smart.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
The builder's choice.
Boston Center, Team U. We have a problem here. We have a hijacked aircraft headed towards New York.
I am monitoring a call in which Flight 11, the flight attendant is advising our residents.
That was our, if not me, then who moment. The 9/11 Heroes Run, it's about remembering other people. It's a moment to get out there and be a part of something a little bit bigger than yourself.
Oh, stupid controller froze again.
Spending less money,
I was wondering if you guys wanted me. OMG, it's McGruff.
Yes, I am.
He's not my Uncle McGruff the crime dog. He's a fake.
I am McGruff the crime dog. He is the fake, and so is that controller you're holding. It's gonna break. Let's take a bite out of crime together.
Who says you're not the fake?
Dude, you're literally missing it out.
You are smart kids. You're smart. Bye, smart.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back here to Morgantown, Kentucky, where the Cougars get ready to take on the Bears as we're just under 20 minutes away from kickoff. Sam Gormley and Kaylor Decker with you. Grayson County 1-2, lost a heartbreaker last week to McLean County by a final score of, it was 22-14 in overtime. As your players that you will need to know for Grayson County tonight, Hunter Felty is the Cougar starting quarterback on the season, 24 of 48, 378 yards and 5 touchdowns. Felty has passed for 9 touchdowns in his career. He's rushed for 73. Colby Chaffins will be the backup quarterback as Grayson County takes the field right now here in Morgantown for the first time as they've been warming up over on the opposite side of campus here at Butler County High School. Grayson County going to be without a player tonight. That's Michael Wood. He stepped away from the team. 31 carries, 125 yards. Also their leading receiver, 8 catches for 137 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Kaylor, that's a big loss for this offense. How does Grayson County try to replicate what Michael Wood does?
You have to spread the ball out more and get more athletes involved because Michael was a great athlete. And it hurts more on the defensive side, I think, because of the corner he was and how athletic he was. So you have to find a way to replace that.
On the offensive side of the ball, players that you'll need to note that will be taking some of the spots. Conrad Raymond, I think has played well, given the opportunities that he has. Waylon Bruce is back tonight after missing last week's game against McLean County with an injury. He's a bruising running back that it is very helpful to have. Jaron Van Meter as well. He had spurts. Kind of went in there at first he was a Wildcat quarterback, but then he really went in as a main running back. 11 carries for 33 yards. Van Meter will also be on the wide receiver core. And Grayson County will also have to turn to Grayson Chaffins and Jaden Kinney to also have catches. And both have really shown your little spurts in Chaffins and Kinney of having really good moments as a Cougar.
They have.
Scoring offense for Grayson, 18 points a game. They've only scored 21 points, though, in their last 2 games. And scoring defense, though, has been good for Grayson, 23.3 points per game. It's the first time that they have allowed double digits, though, through the first 3 games since 2017. Pass defense, 69.7 yards a game. Rush defense, 176.7. But they played some good rushing offenses, especially the last 2 weeks with Barron County and McLean County. Grayson Chaffins led the way with 3 of the takeaways for Grayson County. They forced 7 total turnovers. Kevin Embry will call the plays on defense for Grayson County. Brian Jones is the head coach. We'll talk to him and get his thoughts on the matchup after this. This is Cougar Football on K105.
Every 3 minutes, a baby is born with a cleft, making it difficult to talk, hear, eat, and even breathe. Many won't receive the treatment they need to thrive. Through training and financial support, Smile Train gives the power of healing back to local communities so they can provide life-changing surgeries and other services at no cost to families. Help us change the world one smile at a time.
Boston Center, Team U, we have a problem here. We have a hijacked aircraft headed towards New York.
I am monitoring a call in which Flight 11, the flight attendant is advising our residents.
That was our if not me, then who moment. The 9/11 Heroes Run, it's about remembering other people. It's a moment to get out there and be a part of something a little bit bigger than yourself.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
The builder's choice.
Floodwaters in eastern Kentucky have destroyed homes and businesses, displaced families, devastated communities, and claimed the lives of our fellow Kentuckians. Radio and television stations across the Commonwealth have united as one voice to help our fellow Kentuckians in need. Please consider supporting the Team Eastern Kentucky Flood Relief Fund today. Simply go to kba.org and click the Donate Now button. This message of hope is provided by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association and this station. Cougar Football on K105.
Welcome back to the Locker Room Show here on K105. Sam Gormley now joined by the head coach of the Grayson County Cougars, head coach Brian Jones. And Coach, you've had the chance to go back and watch the film from the McLean County game. What'd you see?
You know, I thought a lot of really nice things. I thought offensive line played really well. Moved the ball pretty well. I mean, inside the 20 twice, didn't come away with points. And kind of that was the game for us. Few missed opportunities. And, you know, defensively, I thought with the exception of probably their 2 drives that they scored on, I thought they played really, really well, had plenty of stops. And I felt like that's, you know, probably one we let slip away that greater than 50% of the time I think we win that game.
Football is a game of inches. I know you know that, and last week proved that. One play can change the game because, one play here, one play there, and that one, and maybe not go into overtime on either way. Last year when you played this Butler County team, there was another example of one play potentially changing the outcome of a game. Do you think your team has learned that even a play in the second quarter can mean a huge impact on the game?
Yeah, I think definitely, especially some of the guys it's kind of fallen on them. They feel like they missed the opportunity. But, realistically, it's a culmination of, 120 to 140 plays. Some stand out more than others. Some fall at what appears to be a more inopportune time than others. But, you can look back at a drop in the first quarter and a drop in the fourth quarter and it'd be the same play in the same position, and you'd probably feel like the one in the fourth quarter hurt worse than the one in the first. But the result could have been the same. They both could have resulted in points or whatever. So, I think definitely some of those hurt some worse than others, but you got to play a full game. I don't think one play decides it for you. Like last week, I know at the end of the game, Grayson felt really bad that one went through his hands in overtime in the end zone to give us an opportunity to extend the game. But there were several other opportunities through the four quarters for us to put that game away, and it never even gets to that point. So, though it may feel like sometimes it's one play, it's definitely not.
You get Kevin Embry back as your defensive coordinator this year, and you've already seen your defense really build on that. You mentioned how well that they played last week. What does he bring to that defense, but also to your staff?
I think he's somebody that just cares a lot about Cougar football, somebody with a tremendous amount of experience. He's coached football here for, almost as long as I've been alive, I feel like. So that you can't substitute. He's got an opportunity to work for some really good coaches, play for some good coaches. And so he's all somebody that is just coach is who he is. I feel like there's coaches, it's something they do, and there's coaches, and that's who they are. And I feel like that's the same thing with players. You got players that football's something they do. And then a football player is, some of who your guys are. That's what you describe them as. And it's something he is. He is a coach. He is meant to coach. And he just does a tremendous job with the defense. Did a great job when we had him a couple years ago. And couldn't be more thrilled to have him back taking care of that side of the ball. Because I'll be honest with you, I let him do everything. I just stay out of the way and, let him kind of figure out what they want to do week to week. And so that's a blessing for me to not have to even think or worry about that side of the ball and just kind of focus on offense.
You mentioned him trying to figure things out, and he's going to have to figure out the Butler County offense, who it's the first time in a long time that there hasn't been a Henderson out there against Grayson County, but they're still going to run the ball, and they're going to run the ball with a lot of success with Dunnels and Hunt. What's his plan to try and slow it down?
Well, I think, again, they do a lot of different formations, so it's try to get lined up to the different formations. Sometimes it's with a tight end, sometimes it's without, and so kind of adjusting to some of those situations and making sure that we're lined up in a position where we're not outnumbered. We focused a lot on tackling this week, and he's the 23 is a big back, and so you're going to have to take him out low and different things like that. And so, I think he's got a number of things up his sleeves depending on the situation and what formation they're in. But the big thing is you got to tackle. If you can get that guy on the ground and slow down their run game, I think you got a good chance because they're not quite the passing team that they've been in the past.
Offensively for you all, you were one play away last year where the play went off, and again, there's plays throughout the game. You had the turnover before at the end of the first half as well, if my memory is right. How do you move the ball successfully against the defense that's had success to start the year?
Well, I think a number of ways. I think, we have an opportunity to spread them out. I think they like to stay pretty consistent in their 3-4, not make a lot of adjustments. And so I think we'll have some opportunities to maybe get in some unbalanced formations, maybe some motions and things like that could give them some problems. but I think, this may be a week that the pass sets up the run instead of vice versa. And I think, we got to catch the ball when we get it in the air and pick up blitzes. They're going to bring guys. They're going to bring pressure, even their defensive ends. They're not overly big guys, but they play with speed and a lot of intensity. And so, given time to get the ball off. I think we'll try some unbalanced stuff and airing it out a little bit and see what happens.
How do you pick up a win?
Finish drives. I think that's what got us last week. Was we had some drives where we got in the red zone and didn't score. So we got to put points on the board this week. I don't think you'll stop Butler County from scoring. But we've got to kind of score with them and take advantage of stops when we get them. One thing's for certain is, I think we've played a tougher schedule as far as the teams that we've played against compared to the guys they've played against. Edmonson County's their best win, and we beat them around a similar score. So I look for it to be a battle, and so we're going to have to, make sure we're still in the game late, and then, take advantage of stops.
Coach, good luck. One more here coming up in the locker room show after this.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Hi, I'm Janine Lucas with Wilson Muir Bank. Our focus is on building communities, and in many of our markets, agriculture is at heart of those communities. We are proud to partner with local farmers and value your role in Kentucky and globally. Our commitment runs deep because we understand your passion for farming. Many of us are farmers ourselves. Whether farming is your pastime or your livelihood, invite us to your operation or stop by our offices and let us know how Wilson Muir Bank can help you grow. Together we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 403246.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back here to Butler County High School, where the Grayson County Cougars are getting ready to take on the Bears of Butler County. It's now time for Kaler's keys to victory for tonight. Kaler, take it away.
All right, on the offense side of the ball, from experience, definitely, Butler County loves to blitz. They're going to bring the house. And what that allows you to do is you have to attack it. That middle of the field is going to be open. You can hit it with quick slants, or even in the run game, that seam will open up, and if you get one good block, you can hit it and create a big play. And the next key is create big plays. That blitz allows for that opportunity to be there. And you have to execute on those key situations and make sure you get the proper execution on big plays like that. On the defense, this is a very run-heavy team, so get into the backfield quick because they have big running backs, and when they get going downhill, it's hard to tackle. If you can penetrate the backfield, you can stop them before they get going. But all of that's for now if you don't tackle them. So hit them low. They're big guys. Just hitting them high ain't going to do anything. Tackle them low and make sure you secure them to the ground.
That's Kaler's keys to victory. Grayson County and Butler County come up here in moments. The Cougars have won the toss. They want the football. The play-by-play is next here on K105.
Oh, the stupid controller froze again.
Spending less money,
Wondering if you guys want any. OMG, it's McGruff.
Yes, I am.
He's not my Uncle McGruff the crime dog. He's a fake.
Oh! I am McGruff the crime dog. He is the fake, and so is that controller you're holding. It's gonna break. Let's take a bite out of crime together.
Who says you're not the fake?
Dude, you're literally missing it.
You are smart, kids.
You're smart. Buy smart.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
The builder's choice.
Center Team U, we have a problem here. We have a hijacked aircraft headed towards New York.
I am monitoring a call in which Flight 11, the flight attendant is advising our residents.
That was our if not me then who moment. The 9/11 Heroes Run, it's about remembering other people. It's a moment to get out there and be a part of something a little bit bigger than yourself.
Every 3 minutes, a baby is born with a cleft, making it difficult to talk, hear, eat, and even breathe. Many won't receive the treatment they need to thrive. Through training and financial support, Smile Train gives the power of healing back to local communities so they can provide life-changing surgeries and other services at no cost to families.
It's time for football in Morgantown. The Grayson County Cougars and the Butler County Bears. The Cougs have won the toss. They want the football. And the Bears are getting ready to kick this one away from left to right on your radio dial. Sam Gormley and Kaylor Decker with you on the call tonight on what has turned out to be an absolutely gorgeous evening in Morgantown, Kentucky. Everson Padilla will kick it away. And standing back, it actually looks like the Bears are in a little bit of an onside kick formation as Jaron Van Meter and Mason Carroll back deep, and now they're shifting back as if they're going to kick it deep. They almost looked like they were going to pull a fast one on Grayson at first there, Caleb.
Yeah, it looked like they were going to try to.
The Cougars were not fooled. They still are not necessarily believing that Padilla is going to kick this away. As we're waiting here for the officials to officially say that we are ready to roll. The Bears are jumping up and down. They're ready to do this. Padilla will kick deep. Jaron Van Meter stands back at about his own 20-yard line. Grayson County looks to snap a 2-game losing streak as they lost a heartbreaker last week. Padilla kicks it away. It's a high spinning kick. Van Meter is going to catch it back at about his own 16-yard line. He'll take it straight up the middle across the 25-yard line, up across the 30, and gets up near to about the 36-yard line. In there on the tackle was Gage Beasley, and that's where the Grayson County offense is going to start off with senior quarterback Hunter Felty. Felty 24 of 48, 378 yards and 5 touchdowns. He's passed for 9 touchdowns in his career, 73 yards on the ground. He's also going to be starting at corner in this game. It'll be officially placed in the Butler County 36-yard line. About a 25-yard return from Jaron Van Meter. Grayson County, of course, without Michael Wood, as we mentioned in the open. He decided to step away from the team. The Cougars are going to be looking to replace him, and they're going to immediately go 5 wide to start. Trips to the right side, 2 wide receivers here to the near side. Felty all alone in the shotgun formation. Cougars working from right to left on your radio dial. Good snap for Felty. Looks to step, looks to pass. Now he's going to scramble out towards the far side. He's got nowhere to go, and he's going to be brought down for a loss. In there on the tackle, Logan Hargrove drops Felty for a big loss on the play. Back to about the 24-yard line. That is going to be a 12-yard loss, and it's going to bring up second down and 22. The Grayson County starting offense, your offensive line, Sawyer Drake, Matthew Phillips, Tanner Finley, Michael Sturdivant, Will Scott. Felty will be joined in the backfield at times tonight by Waylon Bruce, who is re-entered after missing last week due to an injury, Conrad Raymond, and then wide receivers Grayson Chaffins, Jaden Kinney, Jaron Van Meter, and also Mason Carroll you could see out there at times. And that's not the start Grayson County wanted, Kaler.
No, just held the ball too long. He had a couple things open, and it happens at the beginning of the games. You get a little antsy, and you often don't see things clearly.
Cougars looking to replace that Michael Wood position. Michael Wood, 31 carries, 125 yards, 8 catches, 137 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Going with the same formation. Ball placed to the far hash. It's from the 24-yard line. It's a high snap. Felty tries to throw. He throws over the middle. The pass is complete at the 30-yard line. Turning upfield and getting up to about the 33 was Waylon Bruce on the catch.
I think it was Jaden Kinney, actually.
It was Jaden Kinney. So Jaden Kinney catches that one up to about the 33-yard line. You can give him 9 yards. It's still going to bring up 3rd down and long for Grayson County. It's a good play, though, Kaler, to try and get back some of the yardage. We'll see 3rd down and about 12 or 13 for Grayson. Ball is going to be placed on their own 33-yard line. Cougars wearing the all-white jerseys with the orange numerals and the navy blue helmets. With the orange Cougar paw on the left side and the orange stripe. Butler County in the home blue jerseys, black pants, blue helmets, white numerals. Trips to the right side. Felty will have a running back join him to the left side. Shotgun formation for Felty. He looks to pass, steps up in the pocket, throws, incomplete. Looking for Jaron Van Meter, it was behind him, and the Cougars will be forced to punt on their first drive. Van Meter was open at the sticks, but it was just thrown behind him.
And that's one quarterback and receiver kind of have to be on the same page. Jaron kind of has to sit that route down because he don't want to run into the zone, and Hunter threw it to where he had to sit down, and Jaron really didn't.
It'll be Jackson Kane to punt away for Grayson County. Standing back deep for the Bears is Gage Beasley. Kane gets it away. It's a spinning punt over to the right side of the field. It's going to end up rolling right down the middle, and it's going to turn out to be a beautiful punt as it's going to be down at the 29-yard line for Jackson Kane. You can give him just about 38 yards on that punt. It's a good way to flip field position.
It is. It was a great punt, an even better roll.
9:46 to go here in the first quarter. No score between Butler County and Grayson County. The Bears will start with the ball placed on the 24-yard line of Grayson County. And leading them out is Garrett Phelps, their starting quarterback, 7 of 15, 180 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Their running backs, though, Brody Hunt and Colton Dunnels. You're going to see a lot of them, and they are very good. Dunnels will go into the running back on the deep side. They got trips down here to the near side. Ball placed to the far hash. Bears working from left to right. It is going to be a handoff to Dunnels. He goes straight up the middle. He's wrapped up, but the pile keeps on moving. And Dunnels is going to end up picking up about 4 yards. Colton Dunnels listed on the roster, 5'10", 250. Kaler, he is a hoss.
That's a big man.
He is a big dude, and here's the craziest part about it is I know he shedded weight prior to this season to try and become leaner and a little quicker. As you'll get that ball up to about the 29-yard line, give him 5 yards on his first carry. Dunnels on the season, now 293 yards on the ground. He's their main running back, but you also see Hunt back there at time, and also they have a cavalcade of running backs. Handoff Dunnels, dives forward on the left side. He'll pick up about 2 or 3 on the carry. Tegan Piggott was in there on the tackle for Grayson County, along with, I believe that was Matthew Phillips for Grayson. They'll get up to the 33-yard line, give him 4 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 1 for Butler County. 8 minutes, 45 seconds and counting to play here in quarter number 1. No score between Grayson County and Butler County. Under center goes Phelps. He's going to shift Chambers, the tight end, from the right side to the left side. Now Chambers will come back here towards the near side. Handoff Dunnels up the middle. He's got the first down and more. Spins up and gets up near the 38-yard line. That's a pickup of 5 yards and a first down for Butler County. The Grayson County starting defense tonight. Your defensive line, Will Scott, Tanner Finley, Matthew Phillips, and Sawyer Drake. Linebackers, Jaron Van Meter, Waylon Bruce back in there after missing last game with an injury. Tegan Piggott, the freshman, Stephen Lee as well. And then your secondary, Hunter Felty, Grayson Chaffins, and Mason Carroll. Carroll had a big pick last week that sent the game into overtime against McLean County. 8:10 to go here in the first quarter. No score between Grayson County and Butler County. It's a pitch out to the far side. That's Hunt on the carry. He's got big room to work. Across the 45, he's across midfield. Gets down to about the 42. And Brody Hunt comes into this game averaging about 12 yards a carry, Kaler, and he showed it right there.
Almost a 20-yard pickup by the senior Brody Hunt.
The ball will go to the 43-yard line and that's a pickup of 17 yards and another first down for Butler County, and the Bears are driving on their first drive of this game. This season, 8.4 yards a carry, 301.7 yards on the ground, 13 rushing touchdowns for the Bears. To pass is Phelps. He steps up, looks over the middle, and it is incomplete. Maybe some miscommunication. He overthrew Chambers, but underthrew his wide receiver on the far side. The Cougars could have had a shot at an interception there.
Yeah, I mean, I thought whenever that ball came out, I thought there was a chance that one of the deep men had a chance at it because it was an air mail, but there was nobody in the area.
Phelps came into this game this is now 7 of 16 passing, so he's not the most accurate guy in the world. He's also thrown 3 interceptions. So he is susceptible to making some mistakes. The Cougars going to have to take advantage if he makes mistakes like that in this game. Looks like we're going to have the I formation this time for Butler County. Man shifts in motion. It's Beasley from the near side to the far side. Cougars showing blitz. Handoff left side, diving forward and finding the hole was Grubb on the carry. He gets down to the 38-yard line. 5-yard pickup. It'll bring up third down and 5. Big play early on in this game for this Grayson County defense to try and see what they can't do to, I mean, you got to find something here, Kaler.
Yes, you do. And if you can stop them here, that's huge. You especially don't want to give them 4th and 1 because the way they run the ball, it's almost a guarantee for them.
We got 2 running backs behind Phelps. They fake the handoff. Phelps is going to look to scramble down here to the near side. He's going to step up. Now he's going to scramble, and he's hit immediately by Jaron Van Meter at the 36-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 2 for Butler County. 2 yards on the keeper from Phelps. And this is a huge play here, Kaler.
And it is, but that was a great play by Jaron. He stayed with the flat route until he saw the quarterback tuck it and just went down and made sure he didn't get anything extra.
And the best part about that is one of your keys to the game. What was it?
Tackle low.
And what did he do?
Tackle low.
Exactly. 6 minutes, 25 seconds to play in the first quarter. No score between Grayson County and Butler County. It'll be 4th down and 2 for the Bears. Ball placed on their own, on the Grayson County 36-yard line. Looks like we might have a new play. It is Phelps under center. Trying to do a hard count here. He is going to hand it off left side to Hunt. He gets away from one man. A penalty flag is going to be thrown. Hunt has got the first down and a lot more inside the 20, inside the 10. He's inside the end zone, but this might be coming back, Taylor.
It's coming back.
Immediately, Grayson County points towards the far side. Matthew Phillips might have been the player that was held because he immediately points, and it is holding. And now this makes the decision interesting for Butler County.
Yeah, that's about 4th and 12 now, and I don't know.
You're in no man's land.
Yeah, I mean, your passing attack isn't known for picking that up, and your running attack isn't really known for chunk plays either. So, I mean,
it is holding, and it appears that the Bears are now going to punt it away, and that is a huge break for the Grayson County offense and the defense as well. The offense, it now puts it as, in fact, they're pushing this one way back, Kaler.
That must have been, it's a spot foul, so.
It was spot foul, and it moves it back now into their own territory, back to the 49-yard line. It turns out to be about a 15-yard holding penalty. It'll be 4th down and 16 now, obvious punting down. Good snap, gets it away, almost blocked by Grayson County. It's a spinning punt over to the far side. It's going to turn out to be a really good punt. Van Meter picks it up at the 15-yard line. He's got space to work across the 20, and he's slung down at about the 25-yard line, and that was a dangerous play by Van Meter, but he ends up picking up about 10 extra yards because of it.
Yeah, it's risky, but if you can do the things to back it up and you make it work, nobody's going to say anything to you.
You can make it about a 36-yard punt there for Butler County. Grayson County offense going to get their second chance. 5:37 to go here in this first quarter. The ball is going to be placed on their own. What do we got here? About 23-yard line. Shotgun formation. They're going to bunch it up here, and it's going to be a direct run to Van Meter across the right side. Direct snap. He goes across that right side, maybe picks up 2. That was a wildcat formation. Direct snap to Van Meter. He takes it himself, gains about 2. And you heard Brian Jones talk in the open that one of his goals, and Kaler, I think it almost was in a way one of yours, is trying to do some unbalanced formations to try and beat the blitz of Butler County.
Yeah, and typically people get scared of the blitz and they try to almost defend against it, but that's not how you beat it. You have to go right back at it and fight fire with fire.
Give him 2 yards. It'll be second down and 8 from the 25-yard line for Grayson. Van Meter remains to the right or the left of Felty. It's a misdirection handoff, near side, space to work across the 30-yard line, but he runs into a beautiful tackle on the play for Butler County. Is in there on the run was, I think, Grayson Chaffins for Grayson, his first career run. That was a really nice tackle by Gage Beasley, because if Beasley isn't there, Chaffins has a big play.
Yeah, and that one tackle kind of saved it, because he was about to spring it open if he didn't tackle him there.
4 yards. Really think he should have gotten to the 30-yard line. I think that's not the greatest spot in the world for Grayson. Bring up third down and 5 for the Cougars. Ball placed in the 29-yard line. 4:18 to go in the first quarter. No score between Grayson County and Butler County. They're going to spread it out again. 5 wide. 3 to the right, 2 to the near side. Felty, the senior quarterback, all alone, and we're going to have full start on about 3 or 4 Cougars. You could do it on Carroll, you could do it on Kenny, you could do it on just about everybody, Taylor.
I think there was 3 receivers that jumped.
And that is the last thing you want if you're Grayson to make now third down and 5, third down and 10.
Yes, and you go from third down and manageable to where you think about going for it, and now that playbook shrinks a little bit.
Brian Jones delivers the play call to Hunter Felty. It'll be third down and 10 for Grayson. Sam Gormley and Kaylor Decker with you here on the call on really what has turned out to be a gorgeous night here in Morgantown, Kentucky. They're going to stay with this 5 wide set. Chaffins and Van Meter to the right side. You've got 2 down here to the near side as well. Carroll and Kinney. Felty to pass. He's got all day to throw. We're going to have a holding. It's going to come back anyways. Felty is going to scramble. He turns upfield, gets to the 24-yard line, and Taylor, we're going to have a hold in the backfield, I believe, on Grayson, and I presume Butler will decline this.
You should. I don't know if they will.
Holding on Butler, and they will decline it. And that's going to force the Cougars to punt. Felty ended up getting to the 24-yard line, so no gain on the run. He had time, but the reason he had time, Kaylor, is because
there was a hold.
There was a hold. I think it was Michael Sturdivant on the right side. Jackson Kane to punt. He had one that was about 40 yards in his last one. I'd like to see another one of those here. Gage Beasley stands back at his own 40-yard line. Kane gets it away. It's another good punt, end over end. Beasley's going to catch it at the 42. It's muffed, and Grayson County looks like they got it. The Cougars say that they do, waiting for an official signal. It is Grayson County football. Jaron Van Meter came in. Beasley, it bounced off of his chest. And Kaylor, that is a huge play in this game.
And that's a spark, and it works great, especially with your offense that's been struggling to move the ball whatsoever. You get a momentum shift like that, you have to take advantage of it.
Grayson County will have it first down and 10. Ball placed in the Butler County 48.5-yard line. 3 minutes, 13 seconds to play here in the first quarter. No score. Jaron Van Meter recovers the fumble. Van Meter will join Felty in the backfield this time. 1 wide receiver on each side. It's a direct snap to Van Meter. He goes up towards the right side, now cuts back towards the middle, and it is then going to be dropped for a loss. In there on the tackle was Carson Miller, the 5'10" senior for Butler.
And that play got blew up by a delayed blitz, and that blitz can be deadly, especially in Wildcat, if you don't know where to look and where to pick it up.
They bring up second down and about 11.5. This is the Cougars. We're seeing some of what we saw last week against McLean. You have a good play, and then a penalty shoots you in the foot and drives you backwards, or a negative run or something. We're going back to this 5 wide set, which prior to tonight we'd only seen maybe 2 or 3 times the entire season. We've already seen it more here tonight. Felty to pass. Good protection. He'll throw over into the flat. It is complete to Kinney at the 45-yard line, and that's immediately where he's met on the play by Colton Dunnels. And Dunnels is a big man to meet over the middle, and Kinney is slow to get up after the play. And I don't necessarily blame him, because Colton Dunnels just dropped all 250 pounds on top of Jaden Kinney.
Yeah, that's one of those you'll think about.
Kinney, though, does pick up 5 yards.
And that's huge. I mean, it makes third manageable.
You're third down and 6 now, and you're in 4-down territory. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. No score between Grayson County and Butler County. Great game here tonight from Butler County High School already, and it's pretty much exactly what we expected. This time we're going to have the I formation for the first time. Wayland, actually, it's an offset I. Bruce is the fullback. Van Meter is the running back behind him, and we're going to have a whistle blown on the far side. Looks like some movement, and if that's on Grayson, Kaler, that'll be another time shooting yourself in the foot on 3rd down and manageable.
Neutral zone.
Neutral zone infraction, and Kaler, you know what? I'll take that.
Yep.
Because now that makes
3rd and 1.
3rd down and 6, 3rd down and 1.
Yep.
Oh. Well, are they moving the chains? It shouldn't be. It should be 3rd
be.
down and
No,
1.
okay.
At first, the chain gang member on the far side was trying to move the chains, but it'll be 3rd down and 1. And now, Kaler, this opens up the entire playbook for Brian Jones.
Well, personally, it wouldn't open up for me. I'd be running the ball, but
you can call anything.
You can, and I would be running the ball, and you have 2 plays in this situation if you don't get it on the first one.
But you don't want to sack.
Exactly.
Felty under center. Bruce is the fullback. Felty's just going to keep it himself up the middle, and it's actually a nice carry across the left side. And that was Van Meter, actually, there, as he was under center that time, and he has a nice carry to the 33-yard line, 7 yards, and Kaler, more importantly, 1st down Cougars.
Exactly, and I think that might be our first down of the game.
It is. It's the first down of the game for Grayson County. Now, not necessarily no huddle, but a little hurry up.
And I like this look for us. I mean, they're playing too high, and now they're just starting to drop that. Oh, there they go. There's the blitz.
They're showing blitz. Looks like they're bringing just about everybody. And we have a handoff to Van Meter. Stutter step in the backfield, gets across the 30-yard line, gets down to about the 27. It's about a 6-yard pickup for Jaron Van Meter. And I think Kaler, the key in that play was that little stutter step he made.
And that, if you can slow down a blitz, that's where you tend to hurt it because people are out of position. If you get them out of position, you make big plays happen.
23 seconds to play in the first quarter. See if Brian Jones will run one more play or if he'll take it to the end of the quarter. I believe he doesn't have to, and he's going to take it to the end of the quarter. So at the end of this first quarter, it is Grayson County 0, Butler County 0, just like last week against McLean County. We'll come back and have the second quarter after this, as this is Cougar football on K105.
Boston Center Team U, we have a problem here. We have a hijacked aircraft headed towards New York.
I am monitoring a call in which Flight 11, the flight attendant is advising our residents.
That was our if not me, then who moment. The 9/11 Heroes Run, it's about remembering other people. It's a moment to get out there and be a part of something a little bit bigger than yourself.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Grayson County will have it 2nd down and 6. The ball will be placed on the Butler County 28-yard line. Cougars starting to find some movement on offense here at the start of the second quarter. It is Butler County 0 and Grayson County 0. Sam Gormley and Kaler Decker with you on the call tonight. And Kaler, you're starting to see some confidence come to this Grayson County offense.
And all that was based off one play on special teams. I mean, it was one spark play, and that is all you need to really get an offense going.
A turnover can do that. I think back to the last time Grayson County was here, back in 2020, where Grayson County had a turnover after a turnover. I don't know if you remember the play as the offense turned it over, and we'll talk about that here after this play. As under center will go Grayson County. It's going to be a pitch out to the far side to Van Meter. He turns upfield. He spins towards the 1st down marker, and that second effort is going to put him very close. He might just be about a yard or two short. In there on the tackle was Dylan Hudnall for Butler County, and he is just going to get it to the 24. So that's a 4-yard pickup, and we're looking at 3rd down and 1 again here for Grayson. And last time they put Van Meter under center and just had him run behind the big guys. And it ended up picking up. And
just isolate that backside backer and just tell the fullback, hey, go hit him.
Waylon Bruce will definitely do that.
Yes, he will.
Under center will go Felty. Van Meter is the deep back. And it will be a handoff to Van Meter. He goes to the left side, very close to the 1st down marker. He needed 1, and I think that's all he's going to get, Kaler. That's all he needed. It's going to be really close.
4th down.
They're going to say 4th down, and it has to be 4th down and
inches, centimeters close.
Yeah, I would say centimeters. It is very, very close. And I would imagine, Kaylor, this is quarterback sneak territory, isn't it?
It's, yes.
No score here between Grayson County and Butler County. 10 minutes and 40 seconds to play here in the first half. Cougars loading it up on the inside. Waylon Bruce looks like he's lining up right behind Hunter Felty. I assume it's just going to be him pushing. It's a push up the middle. He's got it, and a few more. It helps when you've got Waylon Bruce right behind you to push you to victory, and that's exactly what he did, and Felty's going to end up picking up a couple on it. As he gets it down to the 21-yard line, that's a pickup of 2 yards and a first down, Grayson County. Cougars coached by Brian Jones, 10-12 in his 3rd season, 22-62 overall. Of course, previously the head coach at Todd County Central, where he played Butler County quite often. So he's very familiar with playing the Bears. In fact, I'd like to look and see if he's ever had a head coaching season where he's not played against the Bears.
I don't think so, if he coached at Todd.
And Coach Todd, they were rivals at that point as well. It'll be 1st down and 10 for Grayson. Ball placed on the Butler County 21-yard line. We saw the 5 wide earlier. This time they're just going in the I formation. Van Meter remains the running back. Bruce is the fullback. Handoff Van Meter left side. He's got a hole inside the 10-yard line. Or inside the 15, gets down near the 10, down to the 11-yard line, near the first down marker for Jaron Van Meter. That's another time, Kaylor, where he just shows how quick and shifty he is.
And they're doing exactly what you have to do. They're attacking the blitz. They're running counters. They're getting that linebacker to flow one way, but you're just hitting at the backside where he's vacated because of the blitz.
9 minutes, 24 seconds to play here in the first half. No score between Grayson County and Butler County. Cougars looking to strike first in this game. Something that they have not done at all of this season. Not scored first. Felty talks to Waylon Bruce, his fullback, trying to set him up on the offset I formation. 2 wide receivers down here to the near side. Cougars looking to punch it in on 2nd down and 2. Handoff Van Meter comes here towards the near side. He's got a backer behind him, gets down and spins towards that 10-yard line, which is where he needed to get to the first down marker. In there on the tackle was Logan Hargrove for the Bears, and again another close play. I believe he has enough, though. He does. First down, Cougars. They're going to move the chains. He needed to get to the 10.5, and he got to the 10. And that'll be 1st down and goal now coming up for Grayson. Cougars in the red zone this season. They were 22 of 26 last year, 4 of 6 this year. In the red zone, Kaylor wins games.
It does, and I call it the money zone because that's where you're, especially in the pros, you're going to make your money.
In this offset I formation, Bruce the fullback. Butler County showing blitz across the left side and the near side. They're going to bring the house, it looks like, one more time. Felty will hand it off to Van Meter, goes up the middle, and might have gotten 1 down to the 9-yard line. Now, is this your situation where you want to, I know you in the red zone, it changes things a little bit, but where you want to dial up a screen or some play action to test those blitzers because they're now just loading the box?
Play actions, if they keep bringing the house, play action's extremely tough because
you got to go quick.
You got to be, it's got to get out of your hand quick. What I would do is almost a token fake and just kind of drop your shoulder level a little bit and then get it out.
Maybe a little jump pass too.
Now
I like that too.
Tebow, that'll work.
2 wide receivers to the left. The offset is this time to the left side. It's a pitch to that left side. He's got blockers, does Van Meter, but one comes through. Van Meter slides inside near the 5-yard line. He's going to get down to the 6, about a 3-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd down and goal from the 6-yard line now for Grayson. And Kaylor, I think I can speak for anybody wearing orange and blue on the far side. 6 points is what the Cougars need here.
Yes, and I don't think they're going to settle for 3 either. I don't think special teams has been, we've not kicked much this year, so I don't know how Jackson's feeling, if he's confident or not.
2 of 5 on PATs, that's it. He's 1 of 2 on field goals in his career, both of those coming last year. And I think Brian Jones, does he want a timeout?
I think he's going to take it the way they're walking over.
6 minutes and 35 seconds to play here in the first quarter, and it appears that the Cougars, now they're just waiting. I'm not really sure what the, is there something on the field or something? They're putting 5, and Jones is waiting, I guess, for the clock to tick all the way down. He's going to make sure Butler County, I guess, has the least amount of time that they can. There's a timeout on the field taken by Grayson. 6:20 to go here in the first half. This is Cougar football on K105.
Every 3 minutes, a baby is born with a cleft, making it difficult to talk, hear, eat, and even breathe. Many won't receive the treatment they need to thrive. Through training and financial support, Smile Train gives the power of healing back to local communities so they can provide life-changing surgeries and other services at no cost to families. Help us change the world one smile at a time.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
The builder's choice.
Grayson County will have the ball, 3rd down and goal from the 6-yard line. 6 minutes and 20 seconds to play here in the first half. No score between Grayson County and Butler County. Sam Gormley and Kaylor Decker with you tonight. Cougars coming out of their timeouts. Let's see what Brian Jones, the mad scientist, has drawn up.
Yeah, looks like a pistol look.
It is a pistol. Van Meter lines up about 5 yards behind Hunter Felty. 3 wide receivers to the left side. It's a pitch out to that left side. Van Meter turns upfield, goes, dives in. Touchdown. Did he get in?
Yes, he did.
Waiting for a signal. He's in. Touchdown, Cougars. Jaron Van Meter from 6 yards out. And the Cougs strike first with 6:14 to go in the first half. And that is what you needed, Kaylor.
Yes, it is, and that was a great play call. Pin everybody down and just pull that guard from the play side and kick that last guy, and you have a wide open crease.
Jackson Kane to kick away for Grayson County. Van Meter is the holder. This will make it 7-0. Bears look like they want to block it. Kane gets it away. It's long enough, and he split the upright. 7-0. Grayson leads. 6:14 to go here in the first half. This is Cougar football on K105.
Hi, I'm Janine Lucas with Wilson Muir Bank. Our focus is on building communities, and in many of our markets, agriculture is at heart of those communities. We are proud to partner with local farmers and value your role in Kentucky and globally. Our commitment runs deep because we understand your passion for farming. Many of us are farmers ourselves. Whether farming is your pastime or your livelihood, invite us to your operation or stop by our offices and let us know how Wilson Muir Bank can help you grow. Together we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 403246.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Grayson County has themselves their first 7-0 lead of the season as they lead Butler County by that score. 6:14 to go in the first half after turning a turnover into points, Kaylor, and that is the epitome of what you have to do to win games.
It is, and you have to capitalize on other people's mistakes, and we've not done that great so far this year, but it's glad to see we did it today.
Jackson Kane will kick away. And the Bears appear that they might be thinking that Kane will be looking to do an onside kick. He does not. And it's a booming kick for Jackson Kane. And it's going to bounce and it's going to roll all the way into the end zone. And that ball, Kaylor, died about 3 yards into the end zone. Kane takes just about that much off of it, and it could have been really dangerous for the Bears.
If it would have sat around the 2 or 3 yard line, that would have been almost perfect for what we wanted.
Grayson County will have the football, or Butler County will have the football. 6:14 to go here in the first half of play. Ball's going to be placed on the Butler County 20-yard line. Bears have only run one possession in this game. The Cougars have dominated the time of possession. Bears had it for about 4 minutes and 9 seconds. Grayson County has had it every other second of this football game. And the defense stood strong last time. They took advantage, though, of the penalty, but that's the biggest thing. When teams make mistakes, got to make them pay. Phelps will line up under center. We got some motion coming as Beasley comes here from the near side to the far side now. They're going to fake a pitch, hand off to Dunnels up the middle. Dunnels goes across the 25-yard line, bounces it outside, inside the 35, across the 40, 45, 50, 40, 35, 30. He's got to beat one man, and going all the way into the end zone is Brody Hunt for a touchdown for Butler County. An 80-yard touchdown run for the Bears. And just like that, Butler County's made it a 1-point game. And Kaler, that is not what you wanted.
Nope, not at all.
Hunt came into this game averaging 12 yards a carry. It's going to go up a little bit after that carry.
Yeah, I think he had a 20-something yarder earlier, too.
There was some misdirection on that play as they faked a pitch and ended up just handing it off, and Hunt bounced it outside, and it appears the Bears are going to go for two here to try and take the lead. 3 of 6 on 2-point conversions this year. Keegan Grubb leads with 2 of those. Interesting call here. The Bears have been successful on PATs. As a team, they're 7 of 11. Sending in some extra blockers. Reese Philback, 5'7", 260 pounds, coming in to add as an extra blocker. Looks like we're going to have the pistol formation for, no, it is under center. And it is going to be a handoff right side. Dunnels, he's in. Butler County leads 8-7 with 5 minutes and 59 seconds to play here in the first quarter. And Kaler, that's not what you wanted if you're Grayson County, because all that momentum gone.
Yep.
Brody Hunt on the 80-yard touchdown run. 5 minutes and 59 seconds to play. I want to invite you to stay tuned in at halftime of tonight's game as we'll have Cougar Conversations again. This time we already have hit the pitch once. We've talked to Elizabeth Lindsay from the Lady Cougar soccer team tonight. We're going to stick on the pitch, talk to Cougar soccer senior Colton Glenn. He'll let us know some of his thoughts on how the season's going, and he had a hat trick earlier this week against Butler County. He had 3 goals, including one that was a header. Make sure that you stay tuned and listen to that here in tonight's game, at halftime of tonight's game. And as well, he also answers the question of, he's had 3 head soccer coaches. Kenny Fukuhara, Josh Baldwin, Ethan Salzman. If they had a Royal Rumble, who wins? He answers the question, and I think if you know those 3, there's maybe a more obvious answer.
Yeah, there is.
And it's Kenny Fukuhara, right?
We'll say that.
I mean, it's a behemoth of a man.
Yeah, compared to the other 2.
Oh, Fukuhara makes him look small.
He does.
We miss him here as he's over at Principal in the Nelson County area, former Cougar soccer head coach. Josh Baldwin and Ethan Salzman. We'll let you know. You'll be able to stay tuned in that. I know Josh Baldwin was watching last week. Maybe he's locked in as well here today. Butler County leads 8-7 under 6 minutes to play here in the first half, after Brody Hunt broke an 80-yard touchdown run. We're still waiting here. Fisher's been a little slow here to get us on our kickoffs. They'll kick it away, Padilla.
Let it go.
It's going to be kicked down here to the near side, and it's going to go out of bounds. I got a little worried there when that one went up into the air. Mason Carroll watched, but he had the best angle on it. A Butler County player came flying down trying to get it, but it goes out of. Those are those dangerous plays.
Yep, especially if they sit. They look like they're going to go to bounds, take a weird hop, and they end up sitting there, and they end up recovering.
Now, I know in the NFL, and I'm not sure if it's high school as well, you can do the whole thing where you can go stand out of bounds and catch the ball. I don't know if that's the same in high school, because that rule is a thing where technically you bring the ball out of bounds with you.
I don't know if it's in high school. I've seen it done in the NFL multiple times where people have literally laid out of bounds and touched the ball.
And it works.
It works.
It's smart to do.
Technically a 35-yard return. I mean, I wouldn't know about high school.
I would assume it would be.
I mean, I would think so, because you're technically out of bounds, so the ball's out of bounds.
Grayson will have it. Now what are we doing here? Officials coming to tell us. No. I guess they asked Grayson, because Grayson gets to pick where they want the ball is, and Brian Jones said he wanted it right smack in the middle. 3 wide receivers to the left side, 1 here to the near side. Looks like we got a running back to the right of Felty. And now a whistle is blown, and we're going to have to delay a game.
Delay a game.
False start called against Grayson. I didn't see that one, Kaler.
I didn't either. Could have been a snap infraction, maybe. I don't.
But tell you what, you can't have that.
No.
Especially on the first play of a drive after you get the benefit of a Butler County player penalty to give you good field position. So it'll be first down and 15 now for Grayson County. Felty lines up in the shotgun formation. Bruce is to his right, 3 to the left, 1 here to the near side. Felty looks towards that far side. He's got to step up in the pocket, and he is going to be dropped for a loss of the play. In there on the sack is Garrett Phelps. Quarterback on quarterback crime there. And it is back to the 23-yard line. And that is a loss of 7 yards. And Kayla, the Cougars are going the wrong direction.
Yeah, we haven't made the best use of that penalty.
It'll be second down and 22 now coming up for Grayson. I think this is your prime screen territory, which you've had success in this season. Waylon Bruce had a couple of nice screen runs as well.
Especially with a team that blitzes like this, it very well could hit gold.
You going outside or are you going with the running back?
I'm going to hit it in the middle where the linebackers should be because they do like to come and hit hard.
Bunch formation to the left side for Grayson. Felty looks to pass. Now he's going to step up. He's going to have to roll around, and he's got room to scramble across that far side. He throws, and he has got a man sliding down. And I think the catch was made. Is we've got the lights on here in Taylor, and because of that, I can't see out my window. I'm hoping that maybe we can convince them to turn the lights off because I can't see through because it helps me. And I think the pass was complete. Did you see who slid down and caught it?
Mason.
Mason Carroll.
Yep.
On the catch. Slides down to about the 28-yard line, and that's Carroll's first career catch. When you're at 3rd down and 22, 3rd down and 12 sounds a whole lot better.
Yes, it does.
Ball's going to be placed still on the 33-yard line. They need to get the ball to the 45. 5 wide. 3 here to the near side. 2 to the left side. Bears showing blitz. Might even see a corner blitz here, but that would be leaving Van Meter open.
And that's why that safety's right over top of him.
They are going to play zone. Felty looks to scramble. He gets away from one man. Nice block coming back. Felty will throw near the first down marker. Van Meter jumps up to grab it, and it is incomplete. On the rebound, it was nearly intercepted by Carson Miller, and the Cougars will be forced to punt.
I mean, that was a good improvisation and good ball. Just that's a hard catch to make.
And that's one where, we talk about Jaron Van Meter playing bigger than he is.
He got up for that.
He did. But there's also, he's 5'5", 5'6", and it's just tough. There's just no other way to put it. 3 minutes, 54 seconds to play here in the first half. It is 8-7. Jackson Kane gets it away. It's a spinning punt, not quite as good, but it's going to get a nice Grayson County bounce. Rolls inside the 35-yard line and going to be down at about the 33. So it goes from 133 to the other 33. That'll be a 34-yard punt for Jackson Kane. And Butler County's going to get the ball back. And Kaler, the last time they had it, took one play.
Yeah, you can't really let that happen, especially on those misdirection plays. You get fooled by that eye candy. Just stick to your responsibilities and don't fall for all that trickeration in the backfield.
I'm using my word there, trickeration. I know the coaching staff loves that. In fact, they even good field position there, a good spot. I thought that was down more at the 33, but instead they're going to move it to the 34. Phelps goes under center. 2 to the right, 1 here to the near side. Bears working from right to left. And faking the handoff to Dunnels. Now he's going to pass. He's going to throw, streaking over the middle, and it is complete to Grubb. He's got a lot of space to work. 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Butler County. And the Bears now in their last 2 plays have gone for 2 touchdowns. And Butler County now leads 14-7. The play action worked to perfection that time.
It pulled Grayson in, who's responsible for that middle third, and it was wide open.
66 yards on the pass from Phelps to Grubbs. Here comes the extra points. This time Padilla will try to put it through on the season, 6 of 10 on point after attempts. Kind of a slow snap. Padilla puts it up. It's long enough, and he splits the uprights. 15-7. Butler leads Grayson. 3:34 to play here in the first half. This is Cougar football on K105.
Floodwaters in eastern Kentucky have destroyed homes and businesses, displaced families, devastated communities, and claimed the lives of our fellow Kentuckians. Radio and television stations across the Commonwealth have united as one voice to help our fellow Kentuckians in need. Please consider supporting the Team Eastern Kentucky Flood Relief Fund today. Simply go to kba.org and click the Donate Now button. This message of hope is provided by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association and this station.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success.
Cougar football on K105.
Butler County leads 15-7, 3 minutes and 34 seconds to play here in the first half. Bears on their last two plays, if I can do math, Taylor, 146 yards and 2 touchdowns.
That's a pretty good average.
I'd get it done. But if you're Kevin Embry on the sideline for Grayson, he doesn't have a lot of hair, but I'm sure most of it has been ripped out now after that.
Especially because
will be taken by Van Meter here at the 15-yard line. Kind of takes some time, moves up towards that far side, crosses the 30-yard line. He gets a blocker across the 35 and gets up near the 40-yard line. That's a nice return by Van Meter. And the kicker was in there on the tackle for Butler County, and they'll give it to the 39-yard line. That's where Grayson County is going to start this possession. What were you saying there when I cut you off?
Especially that last touchdown. That's not like they did something fancy to do anything. That's a safety got nosy, and a touchdown, a play that really should have had nothing open ended up being a one-play touchdown.
Grayson County lines up here, 4 wide, 2 wide receivers on each side. Bruce is the running back to the right of Hunter Felty. 2 wide receivers on each side. Felty looks to pass. He's going to have to throw. There's the screen, complete to Bruce at the 40-yard line. He turns upfield across the far side. 1 tackler on that far side, and that man wraps him up and brings him down. And that might have saved another big play.
Well, Waylon has to realize that's a middle screen, and he didn't run up the middle. You had 3 linemen that had taken on safeties and DBs that aren't going to get off the block of a lineman, and that probably could have gone for about 20 or 30 if he stays in the middle.
They do give him to the 45-yard line, 6 yards. It'll be second down and about 4 for Grayson. 2:45 and running to play here in the first half. It is 15-7. Grayson County trails Butler County. The Bears have scored 15 unanswered. 2 wide receivers on each side. In the gun goes Felty. Steps up towards the far side. Fires one, sliding down and complete into positive territory. Grayson Chaffins on the pass completion to the 45-yard line. That is a first down, Grayson County, and a 10-yard pickup.
Now that they can get that pass game going, that might open up the playbook a lot more.
That was a really nice route run by Chaffins and a nice ball delivered by Felty. First down and 10 for the Cougars. Ball placed on the Bears' 45-yard line. Trips down here to the near side, 1 to the left side. Ball placed in the far hash. 2:08 to go here in the first half. Felty rolls here towards the near side. The senior quarterback lets it fly, complete again to Chaffins. Turns upfield at the 35-yard line. Gets down to about the 31. And another really nice run after catch by Grayson Chaffins. And that is a 13-yard pickup and another first down for Grayson. And you're starting to see this offense. And, Kaylor, I'm kind of having a little deja vu to the McLean County game last week right before halftime.
And it's weird because I think they play better whenever they're
back against the wall.
They're back against the wall, having to go fast, up-tempo, and that's something that's not characteristic of many teams because they play better whenever they're laid back, calm. But they've played much better, especially in the passing game, whenever they're going up-tempo.
Chaffins and Van Meter go to the left side. You've got Kinney and a tight end down here to the near side. Bruce to the right of Felty. Just about 90 seconds to play here in the first half. Felty looks towards the far side, now towards the near side. He gets away from one man, now gets away from a second. He's going to try to scramble over to the far side. He completes to Van Meter on the far side. Van Meter takes a big hit on that far side, but that was a heck of a job by Hunter Felty to extend the play. Van Meter is brought down inside the 30-yard line, down to the 27. That's a 5-yard pickup, and that's working hard for 5 yards.
Yes, it is.
And yourself as a quarterback, you know that's one of the toughest plays you can make.
It's up there because you're rolling back left across your body. That's a long throw, especially on the run.
I mean, that goes down as 5 yards, but
that's a
25 yards?
25-yard throw.
Yeah, exactly. And it's where football yardage can be very misleading. I mean, that was a really nice throw. And Felty on this drive is really being able to throw the ball very well. This Grayson County Butler County series has been very close when they have played. It's the 36th all-time matchup between these two teams. Grayson leads 19-6. The Bears won last year in Litchfield 22-18. Grayson County won the last time these two teams were here. The Bears have won 3 of the last 4, and I think, Taylor, we're in for another treat here tonight.
Yes, we are.
Especially if the Cougars can punch one in here in these last 1 minute and 22 seconds as they trail 15-7. Brian Jones took that timeout here. Obviously, it was to stop the clock, but what's part of the conversation with his team?
He's probably drawing up a play for something. I'd say that's the majority of it. And he's telling them, get out of bounds if you can. You don't have to. We still have another timeout. Be smart, especially to Hunter. If it's not there, get it out. You don't want to take a sack, especially in this territory, because that'll keep the clock running and you're losing yards.
2 down here to the near side, 2 to the left for Hunter Felty. Ball placed in the far hash, 2nd down and 5. Ball placed on the 27-yard line. Cougars driving here late in this first half. Felty's going to throw. It's another screen to Bruce. Bruce turns upfield. He goes up the middle this time, and he's slung down high. He's across the first down marker. Kind of a weird tackle. That is going to stop the clock, though, down to the 21-yard line. 6-yard pickup, first down Cougars. As it wasn't, but the way that it came down made it almost look like it was a face mask.
It wasn't, but it was close.
It was clearly a first down for Grayson. Ball placed in the 21-yard line. 1 minute and counting to play here in the first half. 15-7, Cougars trail the Bears of Butler. Again, the pass goes Felty. 3-step drop, steps up in the pocket. Now he's going to scramble down here towards the near side. Looks, throwing, and it is just a little bit low. Diving after to try and make a play on that one was, I believe, Jaden Kinney. It was just outside of his reach. 47.3 on the clock.
And you're okay with that. It stops the clock. Nothing too bad happened. Worst thing that happened is you lost it down.
Absolutely, and that play very easily could have been a sack. And that is the last thing you want in a situation like this, because it forces you to burn a timeout more than likely. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for Grayson. The ball is going to be placed on the 21-yard line. Cougars need to get it down to the 11. 47.3 on the clock. 15-7. Butler County leads Grayson County. Trips to the left side. 2 down here to the near side. 5 out again for Felty. Felty looks towards that far side. He's going to loop one. It's complete high. Taking a hit. Taking 2 hits on the far side of the field. And coming down with it was Grayson Chaffins. And that's inside the Reds, inside the goal line, down to about the 7-yard line, and that's a 14-yard pickup, and a heck of a job by Chaffins to not absorb just 1 hit, but 2.
And that's one thing about cover 2 is if you're catching it in the middle of the field or even that hole between the corner and the safety, you're going to take something. You just have to be able to hold on to it.
30 seconds to go here in the first half. The running back goes to the left side. Felty looks to scramble to the far side. He's going to have to get it away. Stays on his feet, and he just flings it out of bounds. And Kaylor, I think you would say this, and the clock takes about an extra 1.5 seconds off after it went out of bounds. And That's not. That's when you know you're on the road.
Yeah.
You don't get the home clock. That took about an extra 2 seconds off the clock for Grayson.
That's a smart play by Hunter. Get it out. You're looking at about 9 yards right now, and you lose a down. You have 19 seconds. Get it out of your hands, especially whenever you're in stress like that. Just throw it out of bounds.
It's a really smart senior play for Hunter Felty, and one that Brian Jones wants him to make.
Yes.
An incompletion is not a bad thing.
No, especially looking at it from what we just saw, that's a good incompletion.
19.1 on the clock here in the first half. To pass, Felty rolls down here towards the near side, throws at the sticks, going into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars! Grayson County pulls in, and it is now a 2-point game pending the extra points.
If I know Coach Jones, he's not kicking this.
That was Grayson Chafin's, the first career touchdown for the freshman, or the sophomore Grayson Chafin's. And after taking the hits and making the plays he did on the drive, if anybody deserved that touchdown, it was Grayson Chafin's.
Mm-hmm. And he made a pair of multiple great catches on that drive.
Cougars are going to go for 2. This season, Grayson County, 2 of 3 on 2-point conversions, 6 of 14 last year. Felty will have Bruce to his left, 3 to the left, 1 down here to the near side. Butler County showing blitz. It's 15-13. Felty will roll out towards the far side, throwing, and it is incomplete. Might have almost been intercepted. And that will make it 15-13. Grayson County gets to within 2 with 13.4 seconds to play here in the first half. And Taylor, if you take that, that's what you want.
Yeah. And I don't know what it is about us whenever we get to the final 2 minutes of a half. Our passing offense just becomes much better.
And even last year, you all had said at times it didn't complete, but you had drives against Butler County and Breckenridge County last year where you went the length of the field.
And
I know it didn't end up the way, but it was a lot of success.
And I can't explain how it happens like that, but it just does. And
it was elite quarterback play, right?
Last year, yeah. And even this year, I mean, Hunter looked much more comfortable, especially when he got outside of the pocket. And I think that's where Hunter likes to be.
Bears come back out to receive the kick after the touchdown.
You have Hunter, who's a smaller quarterback who likes to be outside of the pocket. He can see throwing lanes easier, and those reads become much more easier whenever you're outside of the pocket, getting your athletes more space.
13.4 on the clock. And Kaler, this is one of these situations too where you got to be careful because Butler County, like we mentioned, their last 2 plays, 146 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yes, and if the kickoff team really has to be careful too. I'm sure they have some athletes back there to return it. And luckily for us, whenever they do have the ball, I don't think play action should work because there's not really a threat of a run with 13 seconds left.
They do have 3 timeouts.
Yes, and if they can bite off chunk plays, that does make it a bigger threat. But that one-play shot's a lot harder to get by.
Kane does a short kick. It's going to be caught at the 30-yard line, turns upfield at the 35, and gives it to the 40. And, Taylor, I'll be honest, I don't like that. I kick it as deep as I possibly can.
I get what
now you're at the 42.
I get what they're trying to do, keep it away from the athletes.
See, I understand that, and I know I was in the minority last year of agreeing with what the Bills did against the Chiefs in the AFC divisional round. Kick it as deep as you can and trust your defense. And that's kind of what I say. I mean, listen, Patrick Mahomes, you tip your cap. You said he did
13 seconds.
13 seconds. And then what happened the next week, Kayla?
The Bengals beat them, I think.
Oh, yeah, I think that's right.
We don't have to talk about what happened that same week. The Bills lost.
Huh. Trying to remember. I won't be that mean. It'll be a handoff near side to Hunt. He bounces it outside, and he's got space to work across the 50-yard line. Steps out of bounds with 2.3 seconds to play. And, Taylor, that's the last thing you wanted.
Luckily, they have one play to get 45 yards. So you can play prevent. And all you're looking for now is almost a hook and lateral backyard football thing. Or I don't know how strong the quarterback's arm is if he can get it that far.
When he was warming up, he was throwing it about 30 yards.
Okay, so
now again, that was warm-ups.
Uh-huh. So I'd say warming up at 30. His max is probably closer to 45. No, not 45, 35, 40. So there's not really a huge threat of that, but the threat is a hook and ladder type thing where they get you swarming at one guy and he just pitches it back to the other. And another threat is they get you weak box like this, they're just going to, or they could throw a quick screen out there to the slot.
We're going to have a penalty called against Grayson County on this play.
False start.
Well, that'll work as well. And that'll make this play a little bit more challenging as well.
One tick of the clock. This will be the last play of the half. That's for some reason.
Move back to the 50-yard line.
This play is more important than ever. Just tackle. And just tackle. Hit them low. Can't run without the legs.
Because, I mean, I think it's safe to say that the last thing you need is a touchdown or a penalty. Because a penalty gives them a free play.
Yeah, it does, especially if it's pass interference or something dumb like a face mask or a horse collar.
Unsportsmanlike, something silly after the play. It's going to be a screen to the far side to Luke Laughing on the far side. He splits a tackle at the 40-yard line, keeps going upfield, and he's going to be stopped short. It doesn't matter. It's going to bring us to the end of the first half of play. It is Butler County 15.
Wait a minute.
The play was whistled dead.
The play was, Butler County says they have a touchdown, but I believe the play was whistled dead.
Play was whistled dead.
And Grayson County immediately is heading off the field, and Butler County's asking for an explanation, but I think I did hear a whistle, Kaler.
Yep.
And a whistle means the play is over. And the official, I do believe, is saying that that's it. Because the play was down. I believe the play was dead. And I believe that is what they were going to do. Cougars maybe catch a break. Luke Laughing is not happy with the officials at all, and immediately one of the coaches is coming up to him and saying, hey, let's get to the locker room, because the last thing you need is a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty and give Grayson good field position to start here in the second half. It is 15-13. Butler leads Grayson as we start the halftime show. That comes up next. This is Cougar football on K105.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Hi, I'm Janine Lucas with Wilson Muir Bank. Our focus is on building communities, and in many of our markets, agriculture is at heart of those communities. We are proud to partner with local farmers and value your role in Kentucky and globally. Our commitment runs deep because we understand your passion for farming. Many of us are farmers ourselves. Whether farming is your pastime or your livelihood, invite us to your operation or stop by our offices and let us know how Wilson Muir Bank can help you grow. Together we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 403246.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships.
Back here to Butler County High School, where Grayson County trails this one 15-13 at the half. Sam Gormley and Kaler Decker with you, and Kaler, that drive to end the first half is something that you can build on. And I think it's very similar to last week against McLean County, and the Cougars weren't able to build on it in the second half. This time they're going to have to, aren't they?
They're going to have to, especially, I mean, they're down, so you're going to definitely have to score more points. But especially on the defensive side of the ball, you've given up big plays, and I think that was something I said, maybe on offense I said create big plays. And on defense, you have to limit those, and we have not done a very good job of that.
It is definitely something that Grayson County is going to have to, it's huge. That is going to be the difference in this game is what adjustments can Grayson County make to limit the big play opportunity of both Brody Hunt, Colton Dunnels, Keegan Grubb. Butler County's got some playmakers, and you can't let playmakers beat you.
No, and that comes down to tackling. There was a couple times they should have been wrapped up in the backfield, and they slipped it and gone.
And they almost had a bad opportunity right there where a couple of times that, again, just slipping tackles and listen, I'm not a football expert. Look at me. I don't play the game, but tackling wins football games.
It does. Man, defense wins championships more than anything.
Grayson County trails this one 15-13 at the half. Coming up next, we're going to jump into our Cougar conversations. We're going to hit the pitch. You know Colton Glenn, Kaylor?
I do.
Well, we're going to talk to him, get his thoughts. Again, that Royal Rumble, I know you've been on the edge of your seat waiting to hear who he picks in that, and also which of his teammates would win the Hunger Games. Good question. In fact, one of the answers he gave is somebody that might also play football. There's a little tease for you. That'll come up next. We'll talk to Colton Glenn after this. This is Cougar Football right here on K105.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Hi, I'm Janine Lucas with Wilson Muir Bank. Our focus is on building communities, and in many of our markets, agriculture is at heart of those communities. We are proud to partner with local farmers and value your role in Kentucky and globally. Our commitment runs deep because we understand your passion for farming. Many of us are farmers ourselves. Whether farming is your pastime or your livelihood, invite us to your operation or stop by our offices and let us know how Wilson Muir Bank can help you grow. Together we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 403246.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Welcome back to the Halftime Show here on K105. Sam Gormley with you for another edition of Cougar Conversations. Today we hit the pitch one more time for Grayson County Cougar soccer senior Colton Glenn. Colton, I appreciate you taking the time to join us. And recently, I want to start on a major positive note. You had your first career hat trick. Yeah. One of your goals was a header, and it's against Butler County in a district game. What was that like?
It was an experience, coming out. Wasn't expecting a hat trick, but I've always looked forward to getting one, hoping I could get one before the end of my senior year, senior season. So it was fun, and the header was not expected either. I'm pretty short, so that was a pretty big win for me.
Now, when you started as a Cougar soccer player, your freshman and your sophomore year, it can't get much better than winning back-to-back district titles under Coach Fook. What was that like to start your career that way?
Well, it was like you said, it was a very big start. So it was kind of a good start, but it foreshadowed a path that was kind of big shoes to fill. Keep up that winning season.
I know you are pretty much the epitome of when someone calls someone a student athlete. and especially because I know you attended GSP this summer. How did GSP benefit you, not only just, we can say on the field, but also for you personally in the future?
Well, GSP was actually one of my favorite experiences I've had as a student and as a person, really. I made a lot of new friends, and not only did I learn a lot, but I made a lot of connections. And, I've actually played against people I've met at GSP, and that was really fun to see. And so I think it just bettered me as a person overall.
How would you describe yourself as a leader towards some of these younger players that are warming up right now?
I've been on the team for 6 years or so now, and so I know these guys pretty well, and I try and make sure I set a good example, show up to practice, be on time, and make sure that they know that they can count on me and look to me as a role model.
The district tournament comes up here in a couple of weeks. What does your team need to do over these last couple of weeks to get ready for that?
Well, we have a lot to work on, that's for sure. We've had not the best season, but we can analyze film and kind of learn what we need to look over. We need to work on a lot of effort-wise, make sure we're putting forth all our effort, leaving it all on the field.
We're going to now jump into kind of a speed round. So these are just going to be kind of quick-hitting questions. We're going to have quick answers and everything. Some of them might give you the opportunity to dish out on some of your teammates, which I know might be kind of enjoyable, maybe even some of your coaches. First one will start easy. What was your favorite memory that you've ever had as a Cougar soccer player?
I would say there's quite a few. I'd say some of the more enjoyable ones were just winning the district, and then a more fun one was kind of last season. We had a moment where Josh Stevenson put the ball under his shirt and tried to carry it down the field. It didn't work. We got in trouble by the ref, but it was a fun experience.
Who's the best teacher you ever had?
Best teacher, top of the head, Miss Armstrong, Elizabeth Armstrong.
Okay, soccer connection there as well. I know, former Lady Cougar soccer coach. What's the best meal you've ever had, or what is your favorite meal?
Oh, I'm a pretty big chicken guy.
What kind of chicken? That could be very big.
We'll go with like a chicken marinara, kind of like a pasta thing.
Okay, I like that. Where are you going to go to college? What do you want to study?
As of now, I'm not certain, but I'm leaning towards UK, University of Kentucky, and engineering.
Engineering. Okay, I like that. And then, do you have a favorite TV show that you like to binge watch?
Not right now. No. I can't think of one. I apologize.
Yeah, no, you're fine. I'm not a huge binger either. Okay. If your coaches that you've had, Fukuhara, Baldwin, and Salzman, had a Royal Rumble, who wins?
Baldwin, easy.
Baldwin, easy. Okay, he's the biggest, I guess.
Salzman might put up a challenge, but I think Baldwin's got the military in him.
No love for Fukuhara?
I think he's getting squashed. I'm not going to lie. I'm sorry if you're watching this game.
Your teammates, all of your teammates out there right now are in the Hunger Games. Who lives the longest?
I'm gonna have to go with probably Jackson or Blaine. I feel like Blaine's got that survivor in him, but Jackson's a warrior as well. So
which of your teammates is most likely to become president?
I'd say Blaine. Maybe Blaine. Definitely not Aiden Baldwin.
Who's the most likely to pull a practical joke?
Aiden Baldwin.
And, oh, wow, that was actually the final question. So I guess you got the opportunity to slide Aiden Baldwin in there at the end. Colton, I appreciate you taking the time. Good luck the rest of the season. I know it's coming to an end really quick, and good luck in the future at UK or wherever it might be.
I appreciate it.
That's Colton Glenn. Our halftime show here comes up in just a few moments. Thank Colton, and good luck to the Cougar soccer team for the rest of the year.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connect.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
Center Team U, we have a problem here. We have a hijacked aircraft headed towards New York.
I am monitoring a call in which Flight 11, the flight attendant is advising our residents.
That was our if not me, then who moment. The 9/11 Heroes Run, it's about remembering other people. It's a moment to get out there and be a part of something a little bit bigger than yourself.
Hi, I'm Janine Lucas with Wilson Muir Bank. Our focus is on building communities, and in many of our markets, agriculture is at heart of those communities. We are proud to partner with local farmers and value your role in Kentucky and globally. Our commitment runs deep because we understand your passion for farming. Many of us are farmers ourselves. Whether farming is your pastime or your livelihood, invite us to your operation or stop by our offices and let us know how Wilson Muir Bank can help you grow. Together we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 403246.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back here to Butler County High School, where the Grayson County Cougars trail 15-13 at the half. Sam Gormley and Kaylor Decker with you today, as we appreciate you taking the time to tune in to tonight's broadcast. And Kaylor, we actually usually at halftime I'm like scrambling, trying to get you everything that you need to know, but today I'm ahead, and that never happens. That never happens. It helps if I turn your microphone up. I could have sworn I turned your microphone up.
Well,
Did I not reach over there and turn it up?
I don't know if you turned mine up or turned yours up.
Well, of course I did mine, because, listen, I like to talk, and I got to make sure that people want to hear me. And listen, people want to hear what I have to say, right?
That's true.
That's true, and they want to hear what you have to say probably even more, because they probably say sometimes, hey, be quiet, Mr. Sports Guy. I'm sure that they've got nicknames for me. Go ahead and leave it in the comments, except for you, Ethan Hall. Except for you. I don't care about your nicknames, and I'm sure you can say the same thing, right, Kaylor?
No, he's free to comment whenever he wants.
Against you?
But he can go for it. He's done it already.
Okay. Well, I'm sure Ethan is getting ready for college football, a game tomorrow. Good luck to him and all of the Cougars that are playing tomorrow in action. And to run down the scoring from the first half of play, this game has a little bit of a feel of the McLean game. Not quite, but similar, where Grayson County scored first, leading 7-0, capitalizing off of the muffed punt by Butler County. And they jumped out 7-0. But since that point, Butler County has run 2 plays since that point. An 80-yard run by Hunt and a 66-yard pass completion from Phelps to Grubb. And then late in the first half, Grayson County had a touchdown from Grayson Chaffins, 9 yards, to make it 15-13. And for Grayson, this is going to be a big start to this game, and I think especially on the defensive side of the ball, because Butler County has not – I mean, they have had the ball on the field for about 5 minutes of possession.
Yeah, and they have put up 15 points.
And that's – I'm sure if I told Brian Jones, hey, Butler County had 5 minutes of possession in the first half, I'm sure he'd say, well –
That's great. We're winning the time possession battle. We should be winning the game.
And you're not. You're down by 2. But then if I probably told him, hey, Butler County has 2 touchdowns on 2 plays for 146 yards, I'm sure his beard would start to fall out from just the stress.
Definitely turning gray.
As long as you all haven't already done that as well. Score update here to bring you. Hancock County leads Edmonson County 42-0 at the half. Look at that. I got to bring that final score. If only just for me. Cooper High School, my alma mater, defeats Campbell County, the Fighting Camels, 28-26. I know you care, Kaylor.
I do.
I wanted to make sure to bring it to you. I appreciate you for actually just, if anything, lying to me. It makes me feel a little bit better. And really, that's all the scores that I have to bring you right now. Owensboro on top of Owensboro Catholic, 10-7 at the half. A big battle going on the campus of Kentucky Wesleyan. Our score, though, Butler County 15, Grayson County 13. The play-by-play of half number 2 comes up next. This is Cougar football on K105.
Floodwaters in eastern Kentucky have destroyed homes and businesses, displaced families, devastated communities, and claimed the lives of our fellow Kentuckians. Radio and television stations across the Commonwealth have united as one voice to help our fellow Kentuckians in need. Please consider supporting the Team Eastern Kentucky Flood Relief Fund today. Simply go to kba.org and click the Donate Now button. This message of hope is provided by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association and this station.
Boston Center Team U, we have a problem here. We have a hijacked aircraft headed towards New New York.
I am monitoring a call in which Flight 11, the flight attendant is advising our residents.
That was our if not me, then who moment. The 9/11 Heroes Run, it's about remembering other people. It's a moment to get out there and be a part of something a little bit bigger than yourself.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
The builder's choice.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Cougar football on K105.
We start half number 2 from Morgantown. Butler County leads Grayson County 15-13. Sam Gormley and Kaylor Decker with you for half number 2. Grayson County will kick this away to start, and Kaylor, I think it stays safe to say that probably whoever wins the first drive of this half is going to win this football game.
I think that's a very good statement to make, especially with the momentum. Whoever grabs momentum early in this half has a very high chance to win the rest of this game.
Butler County in the first half of play had 2 big play touchdowns, one of 80 yards, one of 66 yards. Grayson County more methodical drives, a 6-yard touchdown run by Jaron Van Meter and a 9-yard touchdown catch from Grayson Chaffins. But Kaylor, I think that second drive, that second touchdown drive is one that Brian Jones is probably going to think this is what we need to do.
Yep, especially against this blitz that Butler County does love to use. If you can get outside of it, throw against it, roll out, that is huge, and it can work for the rest of the game.
Not really sure, Kaylor, what we're waiting on. Do we not have a white hat official out there?
Doesn't look like it.
Doesn't look like it. Did he get lost?
Never mind. He's in the Butler County huddle.
Oh, he's talking now with Brandon Embry, the head coach. I was wondering why we weren't starting yet. The clock had zeroed out about 90 seconds ago. He's rejoining his huddle, saying, hey, we're good to go. I'm sure Brandon Embry was talking to them, still probably trying to make his case about a pitch, but Kaylor, last time I checked, the play is over and you can't redo it, especially after a halftime break.
If I looked right, I think he was talking to them about their knee pads being, they have to be below their knees, they can't be above them.
That is one of those weird rules of high school football. Jackson Kane to kick away for Grayson County, 15-13. Butler County Bears on top of the Grayson County Cougars. That'll be Kane to kick from left to right on your radio dial. The whistle is blown, and we are ready to roll. Kane gets it away, and it's an onside kick attempt, and it is recovered, I believe, by Butler County. Looks like Chambers was up there to pull it in. And that's, I like the call by Brian Jones trying to claim the momentum, but the Bears were able to grab it. And it was really a good kick by Kane.
It was almost a perfect kick, and I don't know who was there, but instead of trying to go for that ball, hit the guy trying to catch the ball, and you have somebody right there to pick it up.
Butler County's going to have it placed on their own 46-yard line, so they get good field position, but field position hasn't mattered to them because their last 2 plays, well, I guess technically they did have a couple of plays there at the end of the first half, but their last 2 real drives have only taken 2 total plays between those 2 drives, both for a touchdown. Handoff to Dunnels up the middle. He dives across the 50-yard line. And the near side judge says he just got to the 50, and that appears, well, maybe you get more to the 49. You could give him about 5 yards on the run, and it'll be 2nd down and 5 for the Bears. And the Cougars, for the most part, have been able to slow down Butler County in the inside runs. It's been when Butler has bounced an outside that the Cougars have struggled.
Yeah, they've bottled up that inside run. Not great, because 5 yards of carry still isn't good, but they've contained the chunk plays. Those outside runs have hurt them a lot.
But when Butler averages 8.4 yards a carry to come into this game, as there's a handoff to the near side to Dunnels. He's got a side, and immediately right on cue, he's across the 45, across the 40, down inside the 35, and Kaler, you called it. Slow to get up behind the play. I believe it's Mason Carroll for Grayson County. You said block in the back? Was Mason Carroll the player that took it?
Yes, he was.
And he is slow to get up after that play. It is an illegal block in the back, Kaler. You called it, and that will help out the Cougars. That'll bring up second down, and looks like in fact, they're continuing to move it back to the 42-yard line.
And that helps. You have to capitalize on these.
It'll bring up now second down and about 15 coming up for the Bears of Butler County. 10 minutes, 55 seconds to play. Here in the second half, it is 15-13. Butler County leads Grayson County. Some shifts as Chambers, the tight end, shifts from the left side to the right side of the line. It's a handoff on a little bit of a pitch to Dunnels. He goes up the middle, dives forward, and that's just a big man diving forward and picking up about 5 or 6 yards. In fact, he gets up more to about 7 to the 49-yard line. That'll bring up still third down and about 7 for Butler.
And you have to almost shut this down, because the way they run the ball, 5 yards a carry, if they get anything close to 5 yards, they're probably going to go for it.
I think they'd go for it from this point.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Trips to the right side. Phelps goes under center with a wide receiver down here to the near side as well. Dunnels is the deep back, and he's way deep in the backfield. It's a screen over to the far side. Grayson almost picked it off. Over to the far side. He's got room to work. He's got the first down and more. Still on his feet over to the far side of the field, and he gets down inside the 30-yard line. Gage Beasley, the catch and the run. Down to the 29-yard line. That's 20 yards and a first down. And that is not what you want. And that's been the story of this game, has been the big play.
Yep, and they've been able to hit it. And we've been more methodical, but those big plays, they'll do the exact same thing.
Big play has been the story for the Bears. Kaler, it was one of your keys to the game for Grayson, is to have big plays. And they've not necessarily done that, but they've still had some success. As you mentioned, it's been more methodical for the Cougars. 9:22 to go here in the third quarter. Fakes the handoff. Phelps will roll down here towards the near side. He's got room to scramble. He's going to dump it off, and it is incomplete, intended for Grubb. He had Grubb open kind of in that soft spot, and he overthrew him. But, Kaler, those I've always been told for a quarterback are some of the hardest throws to make.
Because you have that guy coming at your full speed, and you kind of have to put touch on it. But then again, you can't lob it because it'll go over his head. So it's one of the most complicated throws to make, even though it's 3 to 4 yards.
We got an injured player for Butler County down here on the near side of the field with 9 minutes and 13 seconds to go here in the third quarter. I do want to make sure that we mention our good friend Roger Lush and the Grayson County Football Alumni Association. They are hosting their homecoming tailgate 2 weeks from tonight against Muhlenberg County, as that'll be the time that the Cougars return home, as Grayson is currently on their longest road trip since Roger Lush played football back in 1979. Kaler, I think they had leather helmets back then, and they had to get the dinosaurs off the field before they played, right?
I don't know if it was that long ago, but it was about 50-something years.
1979 was when I know Roger Lush was in that window. He might be a little bit past that, but I'm sure he's locked in and watching from North Carolina. He's one of the spearheads behind this. They're going to have a silent auction. They're going to have all kinds of raffles to give away. They'll also be raising money for the Grayson County Alliance. It's a good cause. Our good friends, Colonel Debbie Childress, she does really good work over there at the food pantry for Grayson County. But make sure they're having a homecoming tailgate. I think they're starting about 3:30 that night, and that'll be behind the scoreboard at Grayson County High School. You don't have to be an alumni of the football team. You can just be a friend of the program. You can go. They're going to have food, games, all kinds of fun. I think they're even going to have a DJ. Second down and 10 for Butler County out of the injury timeout. Cougars trail 15-13. Offset I formation. Phelps fakes the handoff. Now we'll hand it off to Hunt. Right up the middle goes Hunt. Tell you what, Hunt, Kaler, he's not a big guy. 5'9", 150, but he's shifty.
He's running hard, too, and he's not scared to lower that shoulder and get in there, especially on those inside runs. But whenever he's took it outside, he's hit for some big gains.
7 yards on the gain. Bring up 3rd down and about 3 for the Bears of Butler County. Under 9 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. 15-13, Butler leads Grayson.
So you mentioned Lawson Rice. Apparently, in the offseason for basketball, they started to refer to him as D1 Rice.
Shotgun Phelps will go under center. He has 2 running backs lined up behind him. They're going to hand it off to Dunnels. Dunnels goes up the middle. He's wrapped up as he crosses the 20-yard line. It's going to be very, very close to the first down marker. It's all going to depend on the spot, which has been a little friendly towards Butler County tonight. That's what you get when you're playing at home. And I think he got it. I think he's half a yard short. Oh, and they're even gonna measure this. It is, I think, by my angle, he's about a half a yard short, Kaler.
I can't tell from here. I mean, it looks like it's a. If the yard marker's where it's supposed to be and right on that line, he's right on there.
It is very close. If Butler does not get it, it'll be 4th down and inches. If they do, it'll be another first down into the red zone.
Either way, they're going to go for this.
Oh, without a doubt. They're going to bring the chains from the far side to the near side. They are going to stretch it out now. It is going to be very close. They're waiting and taking their time. And they're going to stretch it out. I think he's short.
Short.
First down. No. Say he got it. I think he looked like he was short when I was looking in the binoculars, Kaler.
That's good for Butler County.
If he had it, I'm not sure I could even call it a centimeter.
That's all you need. Just that tip of the nose.
It's a first down for Butler. First down and 10 from the 19-yard line. Hand off Dunnels. And he's wrapped up in the backfield, but slips that tackle and goes forward as he just ran right through the arms of Sawyer Drake in the backfield. Dives forward, gets down to the 14-yard line.
Once again, there's people in the backfield. We're getting penetration. We just aren't tackling.
And that was one where he just almost gave him a hug as he ran by.
Yep.
7:40 to go. Quarter number 3, 15-13. Butler leads Grayson. The eye this time. Hunt is the deep back, Dunnels is the fullback. A wide receiver on each side. It's a pitch here to the near side to Hunt, trying to get him in space. Hunt turns upfield inside the 10-yard line, inside the 5, and he dives down to about the 3-yard line. And on the near side, Kaler, that was almost very close to a hold. I don't know if you saw the same play.
That's not technically a hold because he's taking him the same way he wants to go, so it's legal.
It was close.
It was close, but it's...
And I didn't think it was. I just thought it was close. And that gets down to the 2-yard line. 12 yards on the run for Hunt.
As long as you're taking them the same way that they want to go, they're not going to call it.
First down and goal for the Bears.
You got Beasley, Chambers.
They lead by 2.
And Hunt out wide now. Dunnels alone in the backfield.
Dunnels is the deep back. They got 2 wide receivers down here to the near side. Phelps, one out all by himself to the right side. It's a handoff. Dunnels in the end zone. Goes Colton Dunnels in Butler County. Leads 21-13, 6:42 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Touchdown!
6:42 to go. The Bears. Gotta imagine you're kicking the extra point.
Yeah. Take your 2-possession lead when it's there.
It'll be Padilla to kick it away. He's 1 for 1 in the game. 7 of 11 on the season. It's a high snap. And it is no good. It was not a great snap. It was a nice chop by Grubb to get it down. But because of that, not much Peralta can do with that. 21-13, 6 minutes, 42 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. This is Cougar football on K105. Sorry.
Floodwaters in eastern Kentucky have destroyed homes and businesses, displaced families, devastated communities, and claimed the lives of our fellow Kentuckians. Radio and television stations across the Commonwealth have united as one voice to help our fellow Kentuckians in need. Please consider supporting the Team Eastern Kentucky Flood Relief Fund today. Simply go to kba.org and click the Donate Now button. This message of hope is provided by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association and this station.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC
County trails
Connected.
21-13, 6 minutes and 42 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Butler County drives down 9 plays to find the end zone on the run by Colton Dunnels. And the kick is a short kick taken on a bounce at the 22-yard line by Jaron Van Meter. Van Meter stutter step at the 30-yard line, breaks the tackle there at the 35. He's got space across the 40, and he gets up to the 45-yard line. And Jaron Van Meter will never give up on a run.
No, he won't. And the kicker saved the day there. I mean, if Jaron breaks that tackle, he's hitting his head on the goalpost, and there's nobody else to be there.
Ball's placed on the 45-yard line, so Van Meter gets a return of about 23 yards after it looked like he was maybe going to get 5 yards.
Because that wasn't a great blocked return. It was just return man made something happen.
6:33 to go here in the third quarter. Grayson County trails 21-13, though. It's still a one-possession game. Cougars can easily get themselves right back into this, and especially with good field position. Bruce will join Felty to the right. 2 wide receivers on each side of the senior quarterback. Ball placed on his own 45-yard line, first down and 10. It's a high snap, handoff. Bruce lowers his shoulder across the 50-yard line. It gets down to about the 48. And that's kind of Waylon Bruce doing what Colton Dunnels has been doing and just using your size and just saying, I'm going to go.
Yep, get downhill, stop me.
He carries that one to the 48-yard line. You can give him 7 yards, and it'll be second down and 3 for Grayson County. The offense to end that drive in the at the end of the first half went really, really well.
It did, and it was extremely smooth.
They've turned the lights off. I love it, Kaler. Now I can actually see out my window. It's faking the handoff. Now it's a screen over to the far side. It's complete at the 45-yard line, down inside the 40. I like the little, I don't know if trick play is the right way to describe it, but the little fake and giving it over to Chaffins. And Chaffins picks up yardage and gets down to the 38-yard line.
It's just a variation of the triple option, and the Grayson replaced the pitch guy instead of having another running back there, and Hunter's pitch read came down on him, so he just flipped it out to Grayson and got another 8 yards.
And I think Hunter Felty, the thing that stands out the most of how he's improved from last year to this year is on plays like that,
yes.
Reading. I know that's something you were good at because you studied, and I mean, I know that I can toot your own horn even if you won't. 5:18 to go here. Cougars driving, looking to try and tie the game up. Felty is going to keep it himself. Stutter step up the middle. He's across the 35, down inside the 30-yard line. Really nice run by Felty, and that's going to be a first down for the Grayson County Cougars.
That was a really good run by Hunter. He stayed patient, waited for the blocks to set up, and he just waited, stutter step, go.
So they're going to say, did he not get it? I thought he did. They're going to wait for the head official to say. I thought he got it, Kaler.
First down.
First down, Cougars to the 28-yard line. He needed 10. That's exactly how many he got. 5 minutes left here in quarter number 3. 21-13. Grayson County trails Butler County, but the Cougars are driving once more against this Butler County defense. Trips here to the near side. Bruce, the running back, to the right of the senior quarterback, Hunter Felty. A wide receiver is to the left side. Felty fakes the handoff again. He's going to take it himself. He's got more space, tries to bounce it outside, inside the 25-yard line, and gets it down to about the 24 on the run. You can give him about 4 yards, but that bouncing it outside, Kaler, got him that extra yard and a half.
Because there was nothing inside. He had to wait a little bit and navigate the traffic.
Another smart decision by Hunter Felty, the senior quarterback, and those are things that Brian Jones expects from a senior. He expected them from you last year. He expects them from Felty this year. Grayson County now going a little slower, taking their methodical time. They've kind of gone shifted between no huddle, speeding it up a little bit. Now this is more of your traditional, we're taking almost all the time on the play clock. 2nd down and 6 for Grayson. Ball placed on the 28-yard line. It's a low snap. Felty is there, just going to have to fall on it. As Felty and Bruce were both trying to pick up, as that snap just kind of bounced, and Bruce picks it up. And he's going to end up losing, luckily, only about 2 yards.
And as much as it sucks, that's not the worst thing to happen. You could have turned it over, and they did the right thing, just fall on it at that point. You're still in a very good 3rd and manageable situation with the way you've been moving the ball this drive.
And you're in 4-down territory. You're 3rd down and about 8. Grayson County needs to get the ball to about the 19-yard line. Very, very doable for Grayson. Trips to the left side. One wide receiver here to the near side. Bruce remains to the right of Hunter Felty. A whistle is blown. We're going to have a timeout on the field taken by Brian Jones. And I think this is one of these situations, Kaler, where he knows this is a big play in this game, and he wants to make sure everybody knows what they're doing.
And it's a smart timeout.
And it's one that you don't necessarily want to take in a one-possession game in the 3rd quarter, but
you have to take.
Because you never know, you don't score here. Your defense has struggled to stop Butler County, and they score again. And
it's almost a dagger.
I think it is a smart timeout. We'll take this time to try and see if we can't find a score update or two to bring you in the 3rd quarter. South Warren on top of Gibson Southern of Indiana, 14-13. Central Hardin defeats John Hardin 50-0. Union County on top of Murray, 34-14. Ballard defeats Franklin County, 44-8. I was just about to give the score update of the Grayson County Butler County game, Kaler, but I think we know that one.
Yeah, I think we might be a little closer than most people.
Halftime from Mayfield. Grayson County's next opponent, Graves County, trails Bullitt East 35-14 at the half. Glasgow leads Allen County Scottsville 13-7 early in the 2nd quarter of that game, and that appears most of the score updates that we have to bring you as of right now this second. One more just came in, and it is not one that has much of an interest to you. The one that has the most interest to you tuning in tonight, Grayson County trails Butler County 21-13, 3:02 left here in the 3rd quarter as Brian Jones is taking the timeout, talking with his team, making sure everyone is on the same page coming up on this 3rd down and 8 play. Sticking with the same formation, except I think this time Bruce will go from the right side to the left side of the senior quarterback, Hunter Felty. Felty stands about 5'8". To get the snap from senior Tanner Finley. It's a high snap, handoff to Bruce. He's hit in the backfield and no gain. The high snap allowed Butler County to get into the backfield, and that play was delayed about a half a second because of it.
Yes, it was, and those free rushers coming off the edge.
They're going to even say he loses a yard on the play back to the 27. Luke Laughing is the injured player for Butler County. 4th down and 9 for Grayson, Kaler, in the biggest play of this game for the Cougars. What are you thinking?
They've had a lot of success rolling out, but then again, you've had success on that middle screen, and if you can hit that, because I think they've shown they're gonna blitz. If you can hit that again, you shouldn't really have a problem getting 9 to 10 yards.
You've got an open playbook. It's 4th down. Manageable. 9. I mean, not ideal, but
it's doable.
It's very doable. And I mean, this is a big play in this game. I mean, 2 minutes and 39 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Your defense has now allowed Butler County to really score in 3 straight drives. Technically, it's 3 out of 4, but the 4 was at the end of the half where they almost scored. So Grayson can't stop them right now.
No, they can't. And so the offense has got to really, in a way, chew clock and score points. And they've done a good job of chewing clock so far, but they have to make sure this drive doesn't stall.
I think one of the more important things to consider, too, is that the Butler County offense, their offensive linemen, they probably have some guys that play on both sides of the ball. They're fresh.
They are.
They've not been on the field a lot. They're ready to roll.
Their skill players tend to play both sides, but their linemen really don't. And that makes a difference, especially on the offensive side of the ball.
Luke laughing. Comes off the field. It looks like he had a cramp, and he's not putting any weight on that right leg. But that is a painful thing to feel, especially in a game. It's not terribly hot, but Taylor, I know when you came up here, you made a comment saying it's hot on the field.
It was definitely hot on the field. I've never had a cramp, so I don't really know, but being hot makes a difference by itself.
4th down and 9 for Grayson County. The ball is placed on the 27-yard line. They need to get it down to about the 16. Felty has 3 to the left, 2 here to the near side. He's spreading it out 5 wide. Felty looks towards the far side. He's got all day to throw. He's going to let it fly, and it is incomplete. Nobody was there. Maybe some miscommunication, and it'll be turnover on downs.
That looked like some miscommunication.
And that is the last thing you want on 4th down, coming pretty much out of a timeout. And the Bears are going to get it. 2:34 to go in the third quarter. And maybe, Kaylor, I think it might be safe to say this is
your do-or-die drive.
The biggest defensive drive of the season for Grayson County.
If you can hold them, give them up no points, give your offense another chance to tie it up. If they score, you're...
Unless they have one of their big plays.
Yeah.
In that case, ironically enough, that if they're going to score, that's kind of what you want.
Exactly. It takes almost no time off the clock.
They're going to go in the I formation. Chambers shifts from the left side to the right side of the line. They're going to hand it off to Hunt in the backfield. He's hit, and he's slung down, and he's brought down. Grayson has made hits in the backfield all night. They hadn't been able to bring him down, and that time wrapped up. I think Van Meter was the first man in there to make contact.
Stephen Lee.
Stephen Lee making his first start of the season. He got some time last year as well, but that's a big play.
It is. It's huge, and you get them behind the sticks with a running team like this, that makes a huge difference.
It's only a loss of 1, but you know what? I'll take it. Back to the 26-yard line. That's exactly what you need. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Butler County, you got to imagine they're going to keep the ball on the ground. They've not had the greatest success except for the one play that they threw the touchdown, throwing the ball. Dunnels is the deep back. It's a handoff on the sweep down here to the near side. He tries to turn the corner, turning upfield, and a penalty flag is going to come. It's a face mask on Mason Carroll for Grayson County. He didn't get a lot of it, but he got just enough. And it's right in front of the official. And Kaylor, that's a backbreaker.
It is. But luckily it didn't come on a third down. It's not one of those money downs. You'd rather it happen early in a drive rather than anything.
We'll go against Grayson County. It'll be a face mask.
Interesting. You called it a dead ball face mask. It was not a dead ball face mask.
No.
And it very much happened in the play.
Face masks don't tend to happen after the play.
I guess it's not an automatic first down. So he only gets it to the 36.
I thought face mask was 15.
I think it depends on you get a 5 and a 15 depending. And since it was, it wasn't much. It was a face mask.
But it was
fully admitted. But it was. He just kind of brushed his face mask.
Yeah, didn't
because
really
of that,
pull.
it only comes 5 yards. 2nd and 1. That's what you don't want because it's 2nd and 11 is now 2nd and 1. Fake the handoff to Dunnels, rolling out to the far side, and it's going to be dumping off and complete to Hunt. Hunt turns upfield at the 40-yard line, sidesteps the sideline, and gets up near the 45. That's a first down for Butler County. Brody Hunt uses the speed to the 46. 10-yard pickup, first down Bears. We mentioned that Butler has not had as much success throwing the ball. They've had some incompletions, but when you get it to your playmakers in space and guys with speed like Brody Hunt, they can make a quarterback look really good.
Especially on short passes like that where you're just dumping it out to them about 2 yards, they'll make 10 to 12 yards out of it.
Phelps goes under center. Hunt will shift off into a slot wide receiver position after being in the linebacker as a running back, and now they pitch it to Dunnels. He's got a hole. It's coming back. It's going to be a penalty in the back call as they cross it up to the 44-yard line, and that one is going to come back because of a hold on Butler County. That hole was big enough for him to drive a freight train through, and usually
either that's extremely good blocking or somebody did something wrong.
Well, I guess it was extremely good blocking, right? Because holding on Butler County, that'll bring him back. Kaylor, I always love these plays too. Is it the fans? I wasn't holding. You can't see it. I always love that. I know. I'm guilty. I do the same thing.
I couldn't see it either. And if I can't see it, then the majority of the people can't see it.
I'll be in Cincinnati on Sunday cheering on my Cincinnati Bengals, and you better believe if a call goes against the Bengals, even though I'm 10 rows from the top, I'm going to be complaining and saying it's a terrible call.
Even though if you see it.
Oh, yeah, no, it's a terrible call. It'll move the ball back, though, to the 33-yard line.
And now's where you got to really make advantage of this because this is first and almost 20.
Yeah, first down, and in fact, I think it's 21.
21.
So I think it is longer than that. Under a minute to go here in quarter number 3. Butler leads Grayson 21-13. Phelps will pass. He's going to throw it, and it is incomplete. That stops the clock, too. It was intended for Brody Hunt, thrown behind him a little bit.
And that's huge. Stops the clock. And now you're 2nd and 20. And defense really has to capitalize here.
I think if you're Butler County, if I'm calling the plays, I think I'm doing one of your pitches, giving it to Hunt in space or giving it to Dunnels and letting him run over some guys because right now, for the most part, Grayson has not been able to stop that tonight.
We've not been able to force anything back inside. We've not been able to force cutbacks. They've just kind of had free reign outside.
Grayson County trails 21-13, 34.5 seconds left here in quarter number 3. Dunnels is going to shift. They're going to go with Phelps under center. Looks like Hunt is going to line up. Phelps looks to pass again. It's a screen, and it is complete. And right inside, and with one arm, making the tackle was Stephen Lee. He just reached out there and grabbed the player, Brody Hunt, and a very, very, very late penalty flag comes in. I hope that's better not be on Grayson because that will be a brutal penalty. Players were jawing back and forth. They might call offsetting.
I don't know who it would be on. He's pointing at us, so I think.
And that is a back-breaking penalty. No, looks like it might be on Butler. After the play was over, personal foul on Butler County, personal foul on Grayson County, offsetting, which is what I expected. And you know what? In a lot of ways, I like that because I didn't see it.
I didn't see it. I mean, I saw the tail end of it, but I couldn't tell you what happened down there.
But the best part about this is it's after the play, so it remains 3rd down and long.
So, I mean, in many ways, that's a win for us.
3 yards was on that completion, but I think this is one of these, if you're Grayson, you cannot let stuff like that happen.
Keep your head about you.
2 wide receivers down here to the near side, 1 to the right side. Phelps looks to pass. It's another screen. Might have been deflected. It's complete to Grubb. A penalty flag comes in. And up. It's going to be, I think, another hold on Butler.
It's either that or an illegal man downfield.
And sometimes that happens on screens.
Yep, an eligible man downfield.
That is. Let's see. It'll be 4th down and about 8. This is an interesting call for Brian Jones. Do you accept it or do you decline it? I would presume Butler would be in a punting down, but at the same time, you don't know that.
Yeah, I wouldn't know either. I mean, that's a tough call.
So you're looking at 4th down and 8, or 4th down and about 10, or 3rd down and a country mile. An eligible man downfield. Butler County does not like it at all. And Taylor, you called it. That's a good call. Brandon Embry's going to let him have it. I think it was a good call.
It was, because the guy was past the line of scrimmage. It's a forward pass. You had a lineman more than 5 yards downfield. Actually, it's more than a yard downfield. And so they can be within that first 3 feet, but the moment they get past that, it's illegal.
And it happened right in front of the official.
Yeah, and if you're going to do it, don't do it right there.
Similar to that face mask. Brian Jones can accept it. So it ends up turning out to be it turns out to be a 5-yard penalty. So we're back to the 31-yard line. We're looking at 3rd down and a country mile, Kaler. You're looking at 3rd down and 26, if I could do math.
Yeah. This is on the defense, don't let them get it to 4th and manageable. They can have some yards.
This will probably be the final play of this first half, or this 3rd quarter, rather. And we're going to have a timeout now taken by Butler County. We're going to talk this, and obviously they saw something that they did not like from somebody out there, and 13.2 seconds to play here in this 3rd quarter. And Kaler Grayson has been helped out by some penalties here. There have been penalties on both sides, but I think now one of the Butler County assistant coaches is still talking about that play. And I think in a lot of ways, Kaler, this is an assistant coach. As a head coach, don't you almost have to say, hey,
get back.
That's my job. Especially, and I don't imagine that, I'm fine with an official talking with an assistant, explaining what he saw. I'm fine with that. The last thing you want, especially if somebody in the heat of the moment
There's another 15.
says something, it happens.
13 seconds left in this third quarter.
And I mean, that just happens. I mean, sometimes you lose your cool.
Tensions flare, and you get another 15, and it becomes 3rd and 41 instead of 3rd and 26.
And who knows, maybe this was just a very simple, what did you see? Tell me so I can coach my players. I don't know that it was even any semblance of negativity. 3rd down and 25 or 26 for Butler County. They're going to set up a screen again. He's just going to let it fly down the near side of the field, and it is incomplete. And they're going to call a pass interference penalty. And Taylor, that's a bad call. That ball was out of bounds.
Yeah, it's uncatchable.
That's a bad call.
It is.
That's a really bad call.
It's uncatchable, but
And it's an automatic first down, too.
That was Mason Carroll.
Mason Carroll.
That's what a DB's coached to do. Get them close, pressure them to the outside, to the boundary, so it's a harder throw for the quarterback, and he did about he had his head turned towards the ball, but
And the ball was 5 yards out of bounds.
yeah, that's the big thing that you have to realize as an official.
So I guess, is it not an automatic first?
No.
It's not. So it's just a 15-yarder.
There'll be pass interference against Grayson County. There's a 15-yard penalty.
So it's to the 46 now. This has been one of the weirder drives we've had, Kaler.
Yeah, this drive felt like it took 10 minutes, and it's been 30 seconds on the clock.
3rd down and 10. So that's what makes this bad, is that it's 3rd down and 10 now. And now they could get it back into 4-down territory. Back to pass again is Phelps. He tries to stand up, and he's swung down at first, gets away from another man. Now he's going to scramble down the near side, and we have a penalty flag coming in, and this is going to be another hold on Butler County. And there is laundry left, right, and in between.
Ran out of bounds at the 43-yard line. There is a flag on the play.
What more can you say, Kaler? At this point, because he ran out of bounds at about the 42, so you're looking at 4th down
and then about 12.
Yeah. Maybe Brian Jones declines this. If anything more, to stop the weirdness of this drive. Let's see what it is. Declined, okay. That'll bring up 4th down. So Phelps
will bring up 4th down.
Ends up losing 3 yards on that play back to the 43. So you're looking at 4th down and 13. So his choice is 4th down and 13, and now they're going to bring it in, and that's the end of the third quarter. In fact, I missed that. The end of the third quarter, it's 21-13. Grayson trails Butler. This is Cougar football on K105.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Hi, I'm Janine Lucas with Wilson Muir Bank. Our focus is on building communities, and in many of our markets, agriculture is at heart of those communities. We are proud to partner with local farmers and value your role in Kentucky and globally. Our commitment runs deep because we understand your passion for farming. Many of us are farmers ourselves. Whether farming is your pastime or your livelihood, invite us to your operation or stop by our offices and let us know how Wilson Muir Bank can help you grow. Together we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Grayson County trails 21-13 as we start quarter number 4. It'll be 4th down and 13 for Butler County, and they will punt this away, ending one of the weirdest drives of this 2022 season. Kaler, back deep to return is Jaron Van Meter. This is where we need a nice return from the junior. It's a good snap on the punt, and it's a punt that goes straight up into the air. Let's see if it takes a Grayson. It takes a huge Grayson bounce out of bounds. It almost didn't even get to the first down marker, and it goes out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. Kaler, that is a 14-yard punt.
And you'll take that. And that's good field possession. Ball barely flips sides of the field.
Grayson County will have 11:52 to go here in tonight's game. The ball is going to be placed on their own 43-yard line. Sam Gormley and Kaylor Decker with you here on the call. Got another beautiful football game here, and this is what Friday Night Football is all about. It's all about it. It's very, very enjoyable. 11:52 to go. Grayson has had success passing the ball here in this game, and I think that's probably what you're going to go back to.
I would, and they've had more success whenever they roll out and get Hunter into those passing lanes.
It'll be 5 wide, 3 here to the near side, 1 to the far side. First down and 10 for Grayson. Ball placed in their own 43-yard line. High snap, Felty. It's a design quarterback draw. He goes right up the middle across the 45-yard line, bounces it outside at the 50, slung down near the first down marker. What a run by Hunter Felty. Gets it down to the 48-yard line, and it'll be 2nd down and 1 coming up, 9-yard pickup.
And that was a great run by Hunter. He sold the fake and then made a couple miss after the play.
And I really, really like that play call.
Yep. You've been passing it around. You have them thinking that you're just going to drop back, keep throwing, then you get those linemen downfield on people that are in pass coverage. It's almost a guaranteed 5 yards.
It's like if you've been running the ball on the line, it's the equivalent to a play action.
It is a play action. It's just most people associate play action with faking a run, but it can work the other way around where you fake a pass.
2nd down and 1. Ball placed in the Butler County 48-yard line. Felty will remain in this 5-wide formation under 11 minutes to go. Grayson trails 21-13. Felty fakes the screen to the near side. He's going to try and scramble out to the far side, breaks the tackle. He's got the first down, dives across the 45-yard line. Gets down to about the 44, and that was one that looked worse, but Felty made something happen.
Yep. And I think he's been taking lessons from Josh Allen with that stiff arm he just pulled out.
I mean, they look identical. Same body frame and everything, right?
Yeah. If he puts on about 5 inches, 100 and something pounds,
then he'd maybe look like his little brother.
Maybe.
10.5 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. 21-13. Grayson trails Butler. The Cougars are driving. Sticking with the same formation. 5 outs. Felty scans the defense. Butler showing blitz. They're bringing one of the linebackers to rush 5. Felty quarterback draw. He might have checked to it, and he goes up the middle. He's got the first down across the 35, down to the 33, but some laundry is on the field, and this one might be coming back, Taylor. It is on Grayson.
I saw it, and that's not a great call. I mean, I see what he saw, but that's just a player washing somebody downfield.
I know I'm looking at Brian Jones on the far sideline. When he saw it, he immediately lifted his hands in the air as to say, really?
That's just a lineman doing what they're coached to do, and you're supposed to wash them downfield like he did, especially on a draw play, which is designed to hit right in the middle of that defense. And if they're going to call that, I don't know what you're supposed to do blocking that.
First down and 21 for Grayson. The ball is moved back to their own 44-yard line. Under 10 minutes to go, it's 21-13. Felty, screen, set up to Van Meter. He turns upfield at the 45, gets up near the 50-yard line for Jaron Van Meter. Gets about 6 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down and about 17.
Yep.
Hudnall in on a tackle for Butler County. 9.5 to go here at tonight's game. 21-13, Butler leads Grayson.
It'll be 2nd down for Grayson County from the 50-yard line.
Cougars looking to try and tie this game to maybe send us into deja vu of last week. Grayson County hadn't played an overtime game in 11 years, and a late penalty flag comes in. And is it going to be a penalty on the Grayson County bench? A sideline warning. So that's not actually a penalty, is it?
Just a
that's
warning.
Just a warning.
Yep.
See, here's my issue with that, Taylor. Why didn't Butler County get one as well? Because they've been also doing some of the same things. I don't know. And a lot of this, too, is for an official.
Officials have to keep their cool, too.
Yes, and they also, in a way, and again, I don't know what was said. I fully say that. They got to remember there's 9 minutes left, and it's an 8-point game. Rivalry, you got to keep some of that things in the back of your mind.
Yeah.
2 on each side, 2 to the right, 3 to the near side. Cougars working right to left. Felty, 3-step drop, lets it fly, and it is
picked.
intercepted by Butler County at the 40-yard line, turns upfield at the 50. Hunter Felty throws his first career interception. And Brody Hunt has his 5th interception of the season, tying the state lead.
It'll be first and 10 for the Bears.
It was intended, I think, for Chaffins.
It was, and he put it a little behind him, and he capitalized on it. If you lead that a little bit more to the inside of the field, he catches that. But now the defense really has to saddle up, and it's gut check time for them.
High formation for Butler County. A wide receiver on each side. For the Bears, they look to run this clock out. Handoff up the middle. Diving forward, Grubb gets a carry to about the down to about the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of, in fact, they give them down to the 45, a 5-yard pickup. Brody Hunt, his 5th interception of the season, tying the lead in the entire state. Entering tonight's game, only one other player at 5 interceptions. You can now make that 2.
It's pretty good cornerback play right there.
2nd down and 5. We approach the 8-minute mark in this game. Handoff right side, Dunnels dives forward. He's across the 40-yard line. First down, driven down near the 35.
Brings it all the way down to the 36-yard line, and that will be good for Butler County.
Somebody better wake up Kenny Loggins, because this is danger zone right here for Grayson County.
It is.
Do you like that one?
Yeah, it is.
You were making danger zone references last week before the game against McLean County, so I had to bring one for you here tonight. Somebody needs to step up like Tom Cruise here.
Yeah, somebody's got to be a maverick of some sorts and
make a play on defense. Yep. Because, listen, you make a play, it's a ball game.
It is.
They can't score here, because that would be probably the dagger.
It would be the final nail.
Phelps takes the snap.
And off Dunnels, left side. He dives across that left side, gets down across the 35 to about the 33. 3-yard pickup on the run by Colton Dunnels. Grayson County led 7-0 at the early on in this game. Butler County ended up scoring 2 touchdowns on consecutive drives of over 66 yards to take a 15-7 lead. Grayson, late in the first half of play, punched in another touchdown. And then the Bears just a few moments ago, early in the 3rd quarter, had a 2-yard touchdown run by Dunnels to bring us to our score at 21-13, 6:45 to go in the 4th quarter. Grayson County trying to avoid a 3-game losing streak before district play opens up next week. Handoff up the middle, across the left side, big hole, continuing to go across the first down marker. A Cougar is injured after the play. Dunnels on the run. And a very late penalty flag comes in after that play again. As a Cougar is down after the play. Scott Bauman, the Grayson County trainer, comes out to check on the Cougar who is down. It is Tanner Finley, the injured Cougar after the play, and immediately reaching for the left knee, and there's a penalty after the play. I'm not sure who it's on.
I don't know either.
They're looking towards the Grayson County sideline, which could mean both things.
And Waylon came out, so I'm starting to think that one's on him.
Or we might have another offsetting.
We could.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike on Grayson County.
That'll be a dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike conduct on Grayson County.
Tanner Finley still down. Brian Jones has his headset off, walking away from the official. Now, he might be handing it to, in fact, he is. He's having looks like a father-son conversation with Waylon Bruce on the sideline. And I mean, he's probably telling him, Kaylor, listen, you can't have that happen.
Yep, and especially at this point in the game, tensions are high, temper flares, but then again, you have to think about the situation that you're in and what that 15 yards is going to end up doing.
And Kaylor, what's going to end up doing? It puts them in a goal-to-go situation. with 6 minutes and 29 seconds as Tanner Finley gets to his feet. He's going to slowly walk off the field. He's not putting any weight on his left ankle. That's your starting center.
Yes, it is, and that's a hard position to replace.
I think your most important positions on offense.
Yep.
Probably your second, isn't it?
I really do think it's your first because the play starts with him.
That is true, and if he can't get the snap to the quarterback, then it doesn't even matter to you.
There is no play if he doesn't exist.
You had a pretty good center last year.
I did. He was decent.
Just decent, right?
Yep, just okay.
Apparently he's a Cowboys fan, though, so we 6-14 and counting. Had a false start there. Misdirection handoff. Grubb, left side. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Butler County. 6:05. Looks like the Bears got away with a false start on the right side of that line, Taylor. But it doesn't matter. It's a first down, Butler County. A touchdown for Grubb. About 8 yards on the run.
It's going to make it 27-13 Bears as the Bears start to put this one out of reach for the Cougars.
I mean, you're at 6 minutes.
If you can score quick.
Onside kick. You've got two timeouts.
The onside kick they tried earlier looked really good. Just missed it. So you're not completely out of it. You're going to have to execute on offense extremely well.
The last snap by the long snapper was not good by Butler County, and because of that, Grubb, the holder, was not able to get it. It's not a great snap. He gets it away. Peralta puts it up. It is good. 6:04 to go. 28-13. Butler County leads Grayson County. This is Cougar football on K105.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
The builder's choice.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success.
6:04 to go in tonight's game. Grayson County trails Butler County 28-13. The Bears strike again after the turnover by Grayson County, which is the first time that they've turned the ball over this season. Ball goes into the air. It's a kick here to the near side, and two players run into one another. Grayson County does pick it up. Some miscommunication. Mason Carroll and Tegan Piggott ran into one another. Piggott luckily comes down with it, but Grayson's not going to get great field position.
That's one where Tegan has to know the guy behind him has a much better angle at getting to it. He's running forward.
6:01 to go. Hunter Felty comes out. Kaylor, that was Hunter Felty's first career interception. What's the mindset a quarterback has to have after an interception?
Next play. You just have to have that next play mentality. All right, I made a mistake. Learn from it. Keep going.
Players throw plenty of interceptions. That's life. That's football.
Matthew Stafford won the Super Bowl. Tied for the most.
Okay. That's low blows right there. Trips to the right side. Two wide receivers down here to the near side. Felty in the gun. Gets a block on the right side by Sawyer Drake. It's complete to Van Meter right up the middle across the 40-yard line. Gets it to the 42. That is going to be moving forward for Grayson County. And it'll get up to the 41-yard line, 14-yard pickup, and a first down, Grayson County.
I mean, these big hitting chunk plays are what they're going to have if they want to have a chance to come back.
5:40 to go. Grayson County has two timeouts. They trail by 15 points. They will need a two-point conversion at some point. Something to keep in the back of the mind, but right now, first down is the only thing on the mind of the senior quarterback, Felty. Felty steps up. He's going to let it fly down the far side. He's got a man, and it is incomplete. He had a man wide open on the far side of the field.
It was Grayson.
Grayson Chaffetz. And that's a throw that Hunter Felty's going to want back.
Yep.
Because that was 6. That was exactly what the doctor would have ordered.
And that's a great play concept against their two high safety they like to run. You have a bender coming across the middle to hold that play side safety. Then you have a fade from the slot to kind of exploit that zone.
5:24 left in quarter number 4. Butler County leads Grayson County 28-13. A running back will join Felty in the backfield to his left. 3 to the right, 1 here to the near side. Setting it up, it's a screen to Bruce. He catches it at the 40-yard line, turns upfield at the 45, gets to the 50, and crosses the first down marker. And that'll be enough for a first down. Cougars down to the 47-yard line, and more importantly, Kaler, it stops the clock.
And you got to start getting the plays in quick, especially if you're Hunter. Get it to them, and the offensive line and all the other players have to get to the line quick and get ready to run it.
Kaler, early in the game, you mentioned that Waylon Bruce needed to take the screen up the middle. That's exactly what he should have done, and look what happens.
He's learned, and that's huge.
First down and 10 for Grayson. Ball placed in the Butler 47-yard line. Back to the 5-wide look. Felty in the shotgun. 3 to the right, 2 here to the near side. Felty, 3-step drop. It's a screen, overthrown, incomplete. Looking to Bruce on the far side of the field. It was too tall for him.
And you're not, that's okay. I mean, it stops the clock, and that play wasn't going to be a huge hitter anyways.
I think this offense makes sense.
Got to make a play here on this one, though. If you miss on the first down, you got to make a play on second. You don't want to get into third down and long because Butler County's got a good pass rush.
Yep, and then they can pin their ears back.
And I mean, Butler, in a lot of ways, they've got nothing to lose on this drive.
No, they can be aggressive and try to force a turnover.
They could maybe drop a 0 blitz here and say, beat me, and see if they can't force Felty into another interception or maybe even a fumble. Trips to the near side. Ball placed in the center of the field at the 47 of Butler. Felty to snap. Screen again to Bruce. He's hit right as he catches it at the 45-yard line. It's slung down.
Number 14, pass complete. Number 40, Bruce, brought down by number 23,
Duddles was in there on the tackle. In fact, will they give him the forward progress to the 45?
It'll be third down.
See, no, they're going to say 44. Or the 46, so it's a 1-yard pickup. 4:20 to go. Cougars got to hurry up, Kaler.
They are. They're taking way too long to get these plays in.
They trail by 15.
4:10
to go.
Defense for a good third down stop.
Bunch formation here to the near side. 1 wide receiver to the far side. In the gun goes Hunter Felty, the senior quarterback, trying to lead the Cougars in a comeback. Felty has time, runs into the man, he turns the corner. Sawyer Drake, the left tackle, let go, and in there on the sack was Devin Poston. And it's only a loss of 4 yards, but it's back to the 50-yard line. It is 4th down and 13 for Grayson. And this is the ball game.
Yep.
3.5 to go. Is this one of these situations where you take a shot and maybe you luck into a pass interference?
You can. That's what I don't like it personally. I like to guarantee what I know is going to work.
And you've had this little play, Van Meter over the middle, or Chason's over the middle. That has worked.
That little shallow post has been there, and
Van Meter's in the slot right now.
I'm sure Butler knows it's coming. They're probably aware of it, so you might be able to sneak something behind it too.
Felty gets around from a man, and the ball is out. Butler County's got it. A penalty flag comes in. Got to imagine it's probably holding on Grayson. Turnover on down, or fumble, and Butler County's going to get the football. And Kaler, that's probably the football game.
It is.
Bears will take possession.
And I don't know if that was a penalty flag. I think that was more of his blue flag, the blue beanbag they throw out whenever there's a fumble.
Cougars hadn't turned the ball over to this point this season. 11 quarters, and they fumbled, and they have 2 turnovers in the 4th quarter of a game, and
that's huge.
That's the difference in this ball game. Butler County will get it. With 2:56 to go, they'll presumably just be able to run this clock out and move to 4-0 for the first time since 2016. Handoff Donald's up the middle. He's across the 40-yard line, gets down to the 35.
Number 23, Colton Donald, brought down just short of the first down.
Give it to the 36-yard line. Grayson County is going to fall to 1-3 on the season. But Kaylor, again, we've talked about this at times this year. It's hard to say that this game doesn't mean anything, because it does. It means something to the fan bases. It means something to the students. It means something to the players. But if we're being honest, it means nothing.
In terms of playoffs, no.
Next week, it means everything.
Yep.
Handoff Dunnels up the middle. He hit as he runs. He runs right into Mason Carroll, who brings him down at the 30-yard line. That's a 6-yard pickup.
To the 30-yard line. And that's good for a Butler
But
County.
I think, you've got things to build on tonight.
Yeah.
This is not like Butler ran the Cougars off the field, and I think if Butler punches in another touchdown, this score will look a lot wider than it actually was. I mean, you look next week, Graves County they're a good team. And when I say this, I'm not discounting them by any means. They have great athletes. They are not what they've been the past couple of years.
No, they are, I don't want to say down, but compared to the Graves County that was last year, they are not what they used to be.
And it's going to be a tough game. You got the road trip. Handoff Dunnels up the middle. He's across the 25. Barrels over a defender inside the 20. Down inside the 10. And the Cougar is slow to get up after the play. Down to the 10-yard line for Dunnels. About 20 yards on the play. Grayson Chapin's a little slow to get up.
Butler County.
90 seconds to go. Chapin's appears that he's going to stay in the game, and Bears might put in another touchdown. Bullitt East leads Graves County right now. I see 54-21 early in the fourth quarter.
Bullitt is a pretty good team.
They are. Graves got them last year in Mount Washington. Under center goes Phelps, sophomore. Chambers shifts in motion. They're going to hand it to him on the sweep across the left side. He dives forward, gets down to about the 6. 3 yards on the run for Kyle Chambers. Under a minute to go. This is one of these two that I'm sure Brian Jones will put this in the back of his mind too, thinking that there's under a minute to go and they're still running plays. Yes, you're in the red zone. It's a rivalry game. I have nothing wrong with it. It's a rivalry game. But I'm sure it's something that he'll put in the back of his mind, because I know Jones will typically kneel it in a situation like this. Handoff Dunnels. He's up and he's into the end zone for Butler County.
Number 23, Colton Donald.
34 seconds.
And that's good for a Butler County touchdown.
34 seconds to go. But I'm sure that's something that he'll keep in the back of his mind. That if he gets the opportunity, maybe next year, maybe in 2 years, if the series continues against Butler, which I assume it will.
It probably will.
It'll be something that he'll definitely throw into the back of his mind. Because there are situations, you think back to the Edmonson County game earlier this season where Grayson could have kneeled it and instead did not. Butler County leads 35-13, 34 seconds to go. This is Cougar football on K105.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
The builder's choice.
Grayson County trails 35-13, 35 seconds to play. Butler County will kick it away. Cougars travel next week to Graves County. And as Kaylor, as we mentioned, that is what matters.
Yep.
Because you win next week,
The biggest kick is up.
Your season is they're going to do a little short pooch kick that's into the middle of nowhere. It's going to bounce out of bounds, and it's a risky play to let that one go.
That kick will go
As a
out
Grayson
of bounds.
County player comes diving in. It was Jaden Kinney, or was it Kinney? Yes, Kinney came diving over the yardage, and luckily he's okay. 33.2 seconds. And ball's going to be placed on the 35-yard line because it did not go out before the 35. They'll ask, where do you want it placed in the field? Well, actually, they're going to say the 36. Well, why not? Kick out of bounds on Butler. Do you have a preference on where the ball's placed in the field?
It depends on the play. If he's calling a play that I'll have to roll out to the right, I want it on the left hash. But if I'm rolling out to the left, I want it on the right hash. And if it's anything else, I'll take it in the middle.
Grayson County's going to fall tonight, presuming without a last-second touchdown, 35-13. They'll be 1-3 on the season, continue their longest road swing since 1979 next week against Graves County, and it's the longest trip of them all. Felty to pass, looking to scramble over towards the far side. He's got nowhere to go, and he's going to be dropped in the backfield for a loss, and I presume that'll probably be the final play of this game.
Number 14, Chelsea brought down behind the line by number 32.
Dropped for a loss of 17 yards. 15 seconds and counting to play. I can't imagine that Brian Jones will run another play. You don't want anybody to get hurt in a situation like this, and that'll do it. And especially, this game's been a little chippy. You don't want anything to do anything stupid. Butler County wins tonight by a final score of 35-13. We'll take a 1-minute break. Come back after this.
With the final score, Grayson County 13, your Butler.
Hi, I'm Janine Lucas with Wilson Muir Bank. Our focus is on building communities, and in many of our markets, agriculture is at heart of those communities. We are proud to partner with local farmers and value your role in Kentucky and globally. Our commitment runs deep because we understand your passion for farming. Many of us are farmers ourselves. Whether farming is your pastime or your livelihood, invite us to your operation or stop by our offices and let us know how Wilson Muir Bank can help you grow. Together we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 403246.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know.
Cougar football on K105.
Grayson County falls tonight to Butler County by a final score of 35-13. And Kaylor, this is one that is we're going to just do this very quick. It's one that you've got some things to build on, but definitely it's one that hurts. But you win next week and you move past it.
Exactly, and in a way, you have to look at what you did well tonight and really key in on it, because you can use it to hurt next week's opponent, which is Graves County. And that's when it really matters. You get in the district, and if you win your district games, you're a 1 seed. These games don't matter when it turns to playoff season unless it gets to very rare circumstances. So you you really have to get keyed in on what you did well and what they exploited, and that's your weaknesses.
We'll take a break. The fifth quarter show comes up next here on K105.
Boston Center, TMU, we have a problem here. We have a hijacked aircraft headed towards New York.
I am monitoring a call in which Flight 11, the flight attendant is advising our residents.
That was our if not me, then who moment. The 9/11 Heroes Run, it's about remembering other people. It's a moment to get out there and be a part of something a little bit bigger than yourself.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Floodwaters in eastern Kentucky have destroyed homes and businesses, displaced families, devastated communities, and claimed the lives of our fellow Kentuckians. Radio and television stations across the Commonwealth have united as one voice to help our fellow Kentuckians in need. Please consider supporting the Team Eastern Kentucky Flood Relief Fund today. Simply go to kba.org and click the Donate Now button. This message of hope is provided by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association and this station.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Boston Center, Team U. We have a problem here. We have a hijacked aircraft headed towards New York.
I am monitoring a call in which Flight 11, the flight attendant is advising our residents.
That was our if not me, then who moment. The 9/11 Heroes Run, it's about remembering other people. It's a moment to get out there and be a part of something a little bit bigger than yourself.
Hi, I'm Janine Lucas with Wilson Muir Bank. Our focus is on building communities, and in many of our markets, agriculture is at heart of those communities. We are proud to partner with local farmers and value your role in Kentucky and globally. Our commitment runs deep because we understand your passion for farming. Many of us are farmers ourselves. Whether farming is your pastime or your livelihood, invite us to your operation or stop by our offices and let us know how Wilson Muir Bank can help you grow. Together we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 403246.
Every 3 minutes, a baby is born with a cleft, making it difficult to talk, hear, eat, and even breathe. Many won't receive the treatment they need to thrive. Through training and financial support, Smile Train gives the power of healing back to local communities so they can provide life-changing surgeries and other services at no cost to families. Help us change the world one smile at a time.
Hi, I'm Janine Lucas with Wilson Muir Bank. Our focus is on building communities, and in many of our markets, agriculture is at heart of those communities. We are proud to partner with local farmers and value your role in Kentucky and globally. Our commitment runs deep because we understand your passion for farming. Many of us are farmers ourselves. Whether farming is your pastime or your livelihood, invite us to your operation or stop by our offices and let us know how Wilson Muir Bank can help you grow. Together we build community. Member FDIC.
Grayson County falls tonight against Butler County by a final score of 35-13. The Cougars are now 1-3 on the season. This is the fifth quarter show here on K105. Sam Gormley and Kaylor Decker with you here tonight. And Kaylor, we touched on it a little bit before we went into break there. Is we'll get Coach Jones's thoughts on the game, but you know him well. What do you think he's telling his team right now?
He's really telling his team, listen, they were the better team tonight. And this doesn't define who we are. What really is the true test is next week, and we have to key in on what we need to really focus on and make sure our weaknesses are not as big as they were tonight going into next week, and make our strengths even stronger going into next week.
2 weeks ago, I guess we were really in the first quarter of the game at Barron County. As it's 9:30 right now, and I think that was about the first quarter because I think we kicked off a few minutes after 9. But I'll admit that after that game, I was worried because, and again, it was weird, all of that, and I'm hoping that does play an impact in it. But I was worried. I'm not as worried right now. Yes, they've lost both of these games, but Butler and McLean are solid. They're good teams. And I think that these are things that you can build on and move forward for Grayson County coming up here soon. And Coach Jones is getting ready to make his way. I think he's got to kind of, I thought he had to weave through some fences and everything, but he might have to jump a fence or two. But we'll talk a little bit more about that because we will take a break and hopefully get a chance to talk to the head coach of the Cougars, Brian Jones, after this. Again, your final score tonight is Butler County 35, Grayson County 13. This is Cougar football on K105.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's...
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
The builder's choice.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Hi, I'm Janine Lucas with Wilson Muir Bank. Our focus is on building communities, and in many of our markets, agriculture is at heart of those communities. We are proud to partner with local farmers and value your role in Kentucky and globally. Our commitment runs deep because we understand your passion for farming. Many of us are farmers ourselves. Whether farming is your pastime or your livelihood, invite us to your operation or stop by our offices and let us know how Wilson Muir Bank can help you grow. Together we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 400246.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back here to Butler County High School, where the Grayson County Cougars fall tonight to Butler County by a final score of 35-13. Joined now by the head coach of the Cougars, head coach Brian Jones, and coach. I was telling Kaylor before, as you were walking up the stairs on air, that 2 weeks ago, I can say it this time, but we were only in the first quarter at this time 2 weeks ago. I was a little worried about the team because, and again, I'm not saying Barron County is a bad team by any means, but I don't think that they were 36 points better than you all.
Mm-hmm.
But I think even though your team has lost the past two games, I think it's clear your team is getting better.
Mm-hmm.
It might not look like to them, but is it looking like that to you?
That's exactly what I told them down there. I said, number one, the score is a little bit more deceiving than the game. We that two huge chunk touchdowns, probably 60-plus yards, just kind of blowing an assignment and resulted in a long touchdown for them. Outside of that, it was pretty back and forth. They made a few more plays than we did. We missed a few opportunities, I feel like, at some scores, and I think that game was much closer than the score shows. And I told him the same thing. I said, it's not 35-13 bad. I said I would tell you if it was. I said we're getting better. We got to keep plugging along. There's a few things that we got to shore up. There was some really good football played by us at times. I mean, we moved the ball as good as we have all year. Didn't finish a couple of drives. And I talked about like some negative plays that kind of were drive killers for us. And as long as I've known anything about Grayson County football, it never operated well from behind the chains. And I said that's something that we've got to improve upon is minimizing those. And, I think we've got to tackle better. That kid runs extremely hard.
He's a big kid too.
Yeah, and ran through some tackles. And so, we've got to improve on those two things, I feel like. And I think that's the big step for us is to improve on our tackling and improve on minimizing some mental errors that cause negative plays for us. Because I felt like we were, offensively, I felt like we were really, really good at times. Defense had a few stops. They punted to us. And so, yes, I agree 100%. I think though we've lost 3 straight games, I do think Barron County's pretty doggone good. I do think McLean is a good football team. And, I mean, regardless of who you play and what your schedule is, if you're 4-0, that's pretty doggone good. So we're playing good football teams, and right now we're coming out on the short end of the stick, and we've had some injuries that have not helped us. I think if we're healthy against McLean and have a few guys, that's probably a little bit of a different game. But
that's football.
It is, and that's the cards you're dealt. And you play them or you fold them, and we're playing them to the best of our ability, and hopefully we continue to get some guys back. Colby was kind of right on the line today, and so we felt like it was best to kind of hold him out in hopes that he continues to get a little bit stronger and is more ready for the long haul of the rest of the season, because now we're fixing to get into district play and the games that determine whether you're playing in November or not. So that is where we're at with that. But I know we had a couple of guys get banged up in this game, and I don't quite know what their situation is right now, but hopefully we continue to get more and more healthy and continue to improve. And I think we've got some opportunities to win some district games and be playing in November. So that's the ultimate goal. Those are the games that matter the most, and we're getting ready to get into them.
I think that there's a couple things to unpack with this, and the first point that I wanted to mention, and we kind of touched on it as well, but you mentioned, I know, two things to fix: tackling and just limiting mental mistakes. To me, that's saying two things that are fixable.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't know that it wasn't like we were just outclassed. It was definitely some things that we can work on, and so that's what we'll continue to try to do. We do spend quite a bit of time in practice doing tackling type drills and things like that, and so we'll continue to do those. In hopes that we'll improve in that area. And the mental mistakes, I think sometimes it's the adrenaline of the game. You get a little jumpy and you get a false start, or I'll be honest, the holding calls, I didn't see it. I'm interested to look back in film because I didn't see those. I felt like our guys up front played a pretty solid game. The two that jump out at me, one we're locked on a guy running right upfield. I mean, and the other one, the guy called it on. I mean, I felt like we were driving the guy. So we'll look back at that, but I felt like those guys played a pretty solid game, and gave us time to throw the ball, and we probably threw the ball more tonight than we have in Grayson County's history. But we'll keep plugging away because, like I said, we're getting into the important part of the season.
For the second straight week, the end of the first half, you had the ball in the last, you got the ball, let's see here, I have it written down.
Around 3 minutes, I believe.
3:13 to go, and I don't have it with McLean, but it was less than that. I think it was 1:45, give or take. Regardless, about 3 minutes in both of those drives. In both times, your team punched it in. Yep. Is there some? I mean, and I'd argue those two drives might be your two best drives of the entire season. I think an argument could be made on that. Is there something, I mean, other than it just being their backer against the wall and that clock is telling them that they have to go and go now, is there something else that has happened in those drives?
Well, I honestly, I think maybe our guys really lock in focus-wise, and that's something I'd like to talk to them about this next week, since I really hadn't thought about it, that it's 2 weeks in a row now. We've had a really, and to be honest with you, if you go back to Barron right before halftime, we drive all the way down inside the 20. Their band's playing, mind you, in the middle of us trying to get calls in, and end up having like a negative play. But again, we drive the ball a pretty good piece, and a negative play. We didn't score, but we were moving, and so. That's something I think we should discuss and say, hey, does anything jump out at you all? Is it the tempo? Do you guys like the tempo of kind of speeding things up? Because we are trying to kind of get going and try to feed off of that, because there's no doubt those were two unbelievable drives. It reminds me of Breck last year. We're down. We get the ball 2 minutes ago.
Taylor,
we drive the length of the field and score. The Butler County game. We get all the way down inside the 5 and have an opportunity to win the game. So it may be a tempo thing. Now our depth doesn't really allow us to go really fast for long periods of time because we have so many guys that play both sides of the ball. And so they, obviously we would wear ourselves down. But at times that may be something that we need to look at doing. It's like, hey, this drive we're going to really try to get to the line and get going and get our calls in and move. I think the other thing that it does when we're moving with that sense of urgency is it has the defense on their heels a little bit. And I think we have a tendency sometimes we come up and we may be in a formation and we almost give the defense time to make their adjustments rather than just go. And so, in my mind right now, I think it's a tempo thing. We don't have an opportunity to think about it as much. We just react, get the defense on their heels a little bit, maybe lock in our focus a little bit more, because there's no doubt there were some guys that made some really nice plays last week, this week. Felty made some really good throws. And so
Chafin's made a couple really nice catches.
Yes, he did.
He had one down there where he got hit twice as he fell down.
Yeah. And the touchdown. I mean, he gets bounced around a little bit and finds a way to fight his way in for the touchdown. So, I'll be honest, just a little side note. I'm insanely impressed at where he's at as a sophomore and hadn't played football his entire life. To come in as a freshman and kind of be where he's at, what he's turned himself into is quite impressive. And I think it's something that it's, one of those things you've put your mind to it. You've got a great opportunity to be something. And he has put his mind and effort and body and soul and everything to wanting to be a good football player. And he's probably one of the better sophomores at his positions that I've been around, and that's all come from hard work and putting in a lot of time, and he continually makes plays for us on both sides of the ball. So 2 great drives, there's no doubt. I think that's something that we can continue to try to build upon. I think we had some really nice pass concepts today that were new to us, that we've kind of put in this week. And so something I think that we can continue to kind of build upon depending on some of the defenses we see. I think Graves next week will be a similar 3-4 team as Butler was, and have some 2 high safety looks, but I think they'll roll more down, try to play some cover 3 behind it as well, and have an extra guy closer to the box, a little bit more than Butler did, but very similar defense. So hopefully we can find some things that were really good for us and find some things that maybe we want to, scratch out of the scheme and move forward and continue to just keep getting better.
1979 was the last time Grayson County played 4 straight weeks on the road. There you go. There's your stat of the week. Back, as I said, when Roger Lush was playing, back when I think they had leather helmets and they had to get the dinosaurs off the field before they played.
Mm-hmm.
But still, it's the hardest trip yet, Graves County.
Yeah.
And it's been one that has not been kind to you all in recent years. And I think, if I remember right, the last time we went down there, you made a comment, I think, in our pregame talk saying we got to get off the bus.
Yeah.
Graves County, again, they're still Graves County. They're still a good team. They're not what they have been.
No.
But they're still a team that it's a tough place to play, tough road trip, tough team. They still got athletes on both sides of the ball. How does your team build on the 3 straight losses into a brutal end to a long road trip?
I think it's just that, working on us, improving on what we do, and control the things that we can control. Our schedule is what it is, and we're going to play the teams that, we're scheduled to play. And so, we're going to try to focus on us, be better, and try to put ourselves in the best opportunity to be successful. And, I think at times tonight there was a lot of success, and so we've got to continue to work towards that. And again, try to cut out some of the things that made us unsuccessful or allowed Butler to be more successful, or however you want to look at that. But, I definitely think the kids showed us some things that we can build upon. And, again, I think Butler did a good job of exposing some areas that we need to improve upon. And so, we go to work this week and work on that. Get back to playing some JV this week and try to get some young guys some experience and some reps, and and then make that long trip. It is difficult, but KHSA says that's in our district, and so we make the trip and do the best that we can do. And try to get prepared this week, scouting this weekend and what have you. And, they play a very tough schedule. They play
brutal schedule.
Patuca, Tillman, Mayfield, McCracken, and I'm not sure who they played tonight. But
playing Bullitt East, they're losing, but Bullitt East is a
very good team. So, that's 4 really, really good teams that they've played. McCracken's very down from where McCracken has been, but still down. McCracken is they've got a 90-man roster. There's a lot of opportunities for them to have some very good players out of just pure probability. So, like you said, though, it's not the Graves that we've seen the past 3 years. It's more probably along that Graves team that we've seen 4 or 5 years ago when we went down there and gave them everything they wanted and come out on top. So that's what I told the kids. I said, watch the film. It's not the same guys. So we've got to get prepared and give ourselves an opportunity to be 1-0 in the district. Because at this point, these first 4 games mean nothing. We're 0-0 like everybody else in the district, and we've got to do our part to try to make sure that we're playing in the playoffs and playing in November, because we want these kids to have the best opportunity to play as long as they can, especially these seniors.
Coach, I appreciate it. That's head coach Brian Jones. Cougars fall tonight to Butler County. We'll come back, wrap it up after this. This is Cougar Football on K105.
Oh, that stupid controller froze again.
Spending less money,
I was wondering if you guys wanted me. OMG, it's McGruff.
Yes, I am.
He's not my Uncle McGruff the crime dog. He's a fake.
Oh! I am McGruff the crime dog. He is the fake, and so is that controller you're holding. It's gonna break. Let's take a bite out of crime together.
Who says you're not the fake?
Dude, you're literally missing it.
You are smart, kids. You're smart. Buy smart.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Hi, I'm Janine Lucas with Wilson Muir Bank. Our focus is on building communities, and in many of our markets, agriculture is at heart of those communities. We are proud to partner with local farmers and value your role in Kentucky and globally. Our commitment runs deep because we understand your passion for farming. Many of us are farmers ourselves. Whether farming is your pastime or your livelihood, invite us to your operation or stop by our offices and let us know how Wilson Muir Bank can help you grow. Together we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 403246.
Cougar Football on K105.
Welcome back here to Butler County High School, where the Grayson County Cougars fall tonight by a final score of 35-13. Sam Gormley and Kaylor Decker back with you. And Kaylor, Cougars fall tonight, like Coach Jones had mentioned. 35-13 does not tell you the final score. This was really a one-possession game for the majority of this one. And I think we both agree that this team is getting better.
They are.
The wins and losses don't show it.
Yep.
But you're 0-0 now.
Exactly, especially in district.
Next week, go to Graves County. What do you, as an alum, former player, you know all these kids very well, what do you want to see from them to move into district play next week?
I want them to start focusing on controlling what they do and control what can be controlled. These past 4 games, they can't control them. They're done. They're out of the way. And you're not going to be able to change what the other team's going to do to you next week. You can't control that. You can control what you do to them, and that's all the power you have. And if you do your job, you're putting that other team in a position.
That'll wrap up our coverage here tonight. Grayson County falls by a final score of 35-13. I want to thank the K105 Digital Productions crew for their hard work. Your director was Chase Blaine. Your camera operator was Cody Brock. Grayson County falls tonight by a final score of 35-13. For my partner, Kaylor Decker, this is Sam Gormley saying, so long, everyone.